And we're live. Hello everyone, if there's anyone here, because it's not telling me how many are watching. Usually it does, but it's not. It's weird. But yeah, Kate, welcome to the stream.
Hey Jason, thanks for having me, man. I was just checking to see if I can actually see it on my end. Does it let me know who if there's anyone on? But it doesn't let me.
I know we're live, but I'm just gonna say I always find the beginning of the streams the hardest part because you don't know, especially if there's no comments and there's literally like no one watching. You're like, hi, anybody? Is anybody out there?
And then all of a sudden you just end the stream. I'm 5 minutes in front of a camera and still nothing is happening. Time to end the stream.
I need to start actually promoting my streams a bit earlier because this is just a random thing. I was coming home from work. I'm like, I'm gonna stream tonight, and that's when I messaged you. So maybe because I remember you saying yesterday, I could do it tomorrow. So I was like, oh, I know Keith's in. Get in.
No, it does help. I think it does help a lot with that people know when you give them good heads up in time. So you went to see that Nope?
Yeah, I did.
I went. Me and Ellen went to it. We loved it. We did. We thought it was great. I know you weren't. I
enjoyed it. I thought it was fairly entertaining, but I felt like structurally it was a bit of a mess.
Really?
I'm not going to go into details because if people ain't seen the film,
absolutely.
That sequence with the chimp could have been taken out of the movie, in my opinion. I didn't think it really served the narrative in any way.
I know what they were doing with it. I get it. What they were trying with it. But again, I can't say nothing because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. But I had a feeling when I was looking at it because I was kind of wondering where they were going with this. Yeah. And when the movie ended, I kind of said it to Ellen. I said, I think I know what they were trying with that. And funny enough, Ellen went home and checked it out, and she was like, "Yeah, you're spot on. That's exactly what they were doing." So I tell you what I thought was brilliant about it. When you look at the trailer of that movie, you know, I remember when the first trailer came out, everyone was there. Oh my God, he showed everything. We know everything about the movie. This is Jordan Peele. You know nothing. You know absolutely. And rest assured, when you watch the movie, it really does feel like a completely different movie to what the trailer showed.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. It is his worst movie. No
question.
It's definitely his worst movie, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I didn't hate it. Like, you know, I think some people in the comments with my Facebook post, I think some people thought, you know, some people really liked it. I think some people may have got my opinions. I just think it would have been a bit stronger if the pacing was better and the way it's been pieced. It's almost been made in piecemeal. The way it was, you know what? If you know you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It has certain chapter cards almost, right? You know what I mean? Talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, in all fairness, Jason, you give it a 6 out of 10. Like, I don't know about you, but I do not remember the day when 6 out of 10 used to be a good score. You know, it's 6 out of 10 normally means good.
It's above average.
It's above average, yeah. Enjoyable. You know, it's not great. It's not fantastic. But it's better than average. So it's I think
I will give Jordan Peele this. It's a very ambitious movie. It tries to do a lot of things.
Yeah, I can see where, like, you know, when I heard about the budget of it, I was like, you know, it was nearly double, triple his budgets that he normally would do, like on the likes of Us and all that. But my God, you can clearly see that budget in that movie.
Oh yeah,
it's beautiful.
No, I said in my little mini review, I suppose you called it. I said that, you know, the cinematography and the visuals are like top notch, like they're great.
Yeah, wow.
You know, there's sequence in this film. Obviously, I can't say anything because of spoilers. There's sequences in this movie where me and Soph, we were like, holy shit! Like, it actually like looked amazing. And there is some disturbing. I'm a bit on the fence whether I'd call this a horror film or not because it kind of sort of isn't. It has horrific moments in it.
Yeah,
there's some stuff now. I'm like, holy shit!
I was actually going to call it another genre there for a second, but I was like, oh no, I better not do that, and I probably would spoil it. But I will. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I will say to people watching, if you've not seen Nope, don't watch the trailer. Just go into it completely blind because I think you'll get the most out of it that way.
But I don't think so. I think even if they watch the trailer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I still think that they it's just not the movie that the trailer is portraying. You know, I think the trailer is portraying another kind of like maybe Close Encounters meets M. Night Shyamalan's Signs, something like that.
I get that. Yeah.
So, but no, it's very, very different. The one thing I will say about it was some of the early reviews that I read about it, critics were comparing it to Jaws, and I was kind of going, I was like, where the fuck are they getting the comparison for Jaws? But I have to admit, when you do watch the last half hour of the movie, I kind of get it. I kind of get what they mean by Jaws.
Yeah. Like I said, I said in my review that the third act is really they really kick it into gear in the third act, and that portion of the film I think I enjoyed the most.
Yeah,
because it got down and dirty with the actual main thread in the movie, and it was really exciting. And I thought it was there's really some clever moments in that third act. I thought that was fucking cool. This. I've seen some really bad reviews for the film. Like there's a YouTuber I watch called Mr. H Reviews, and he put up a scathing review of it, saying it's the worst film he's seen in a long time.
Wow!
And
wow!
Obviously everyone's got different opinions, everyone's got different eyes, they're subjective, all that kind of stuff. But I come out of that film, even though I've got my feelings. There's stuff I really like, there's stuff I don't particularly like. But to say it's the worst film you've seen in years, that's strong. Like there's been some terrible films.
Yeah, right? Absolutely.
I would not put this nowhere near a bunch of the worst. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit hard to believe we would ever put it on. I can't see this being on worst of the year. It might be on disappointing of the year.
People might put it in there. Like
it's going to be divisive.
I love the movie. I thought it was great. It won't be in any of my kind of like disappointments of the year, but it is, like I said, I do think it's his weakest movie.
Yeah,
it is. No question about it.
Am I going to get the Blu-ray? Of course I am.
Of course, yeah.
yeah. It just and you know what? I actually might appreciate on the rewatch. Like you said, everything deserves a second watch. Even though I enjoyed it, but there's things I didn't like, I might actually see things I didn't notice on the second watch. That's always
especially movies like Jordan Peele's. Jordan Peele's movies is not a one-time watch. You do have to watch them a couple of times to fully appreciate them. And I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be like for me on the second viewing. Because I really enjoyed it. So it's going to be very interesting.
Let's get to some comments.
Yeah,
I'm really glad we can have a little conversation because I wasn't sure if you'd seen it or not. So it's really cool. That's cool. We have my love Soph in the chat. Evening, gents. She asks a question: what is one film you would like to watch together or experience for the first time together in person? Hope my question makes sense. So she's saying if we got to meet up,
right?
What film would we watch?
Oh, fuck!
There's too many good ones. Would you like either of us to like pull out a random? This is a blind watch and just put it on.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah. Like I said to you before we went on the stream, just pull out a random, random Arrow video slasher movie from the 80s that we've never seen and just slap it on. Because it's one of those things that I find that, and I said it to Ellen there last night when we did that, when we bought the two 80s slasher movies, and we watched Firestarter as well. I bought the new Firestarter movie as well. Yeah. And I thought I've heard bloody horror things about that movie. And we watched it. It's not good. It's not a good movie, but it's not as bad as what I heard about people were saying about it. I've seen way more.
Me and Soph saw the trailer. I forget what film I was watching, but it was before one of these. I think it was before X. I think it showed up before we watched X at the cinema. There's one of the queued trailers, and we thought it was good. I think the trailer made it look pretty good. I've not seen the reviews, so I can't really. I've got no context.
Like it goes without saying that it's nothing near as good as the original. It's not. Look, Jason, it's not a great movie. It really isn't. The movie definitely doesn't live up to that trailer either. I think if you're going to watch this, I said it to Ellen at the start of the movie. And I was right as well. I said probably the best thing about this movie is going to be the soundtrack because John Carpenter does the music for it, and the music is fantastic on this movie. It sounds incredible. But yeah, it's a very run of the mill remake. But like I said, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Just to interject before we get to the rest of the comments, me and Soph watched a remake last night. I've seen it before. You've definitely seen it, Keith. But Sophie's trying to get into more zombie films.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get her in, but I want to kind of ease her into it, kind of thing.
So Dawn of the Dead, though.
Huh?
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. 2004 the remake. Yeah. So she's seen Return of the Living Dead, which is more of a comedy. Right. I love that film, so I was like, if you're gonna watch anything, watch that one because it's my favorite. Yeah. And then we're looking for something to watch on Netflix last night. And we couldn't find anything, and Netflix just gives you. They keep repeating the same shit, and it's like fucking hell. I can't find anything on here. I don't even know why we pay for it, but it is what it is. And then it just came out Dawn of the Dead 2004, and I've not seen that in about 10 years. So I was like, "You fancy watching that?" She was like, "Yeah," and she was quite surprised how good it was. She really enjoyed it.
It's one of the best remakes. In fairness, it's a good remake. I never hear bad things about that movie. No one ever. I don't think anyone hates it. That opening sequence, wow!
Oh, so good. Fantastic. There's a bit when Anna comes out of the house and it pans across her neighborhood. Yeah, so good. I was like, whoa,
fantastic! Great remake. I really enjoy it. And did you? How did she find Return of the Living Dead?
She really liked that as well. Yeah.
So did you not show the sequel to it?
We haven't watched the sequel yet, no, but that's on the docket anyway.
Yeah,
I've got the Blu-ray now as well, so.
Nice. You've got the Blu-ray to the sequel.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Blu-ray to that. I actually don't own the movie.
Scream Factory.
That's why. Okay.
I was quite fortunate. I found it for like 22 quid.
Right.
On eBay.
Nice.
But I think I was just. Someone didn't know what they had, and I got it lucky because usually it's about 90 quid. Usually it's about 90 quid. It's out of print and stuff. That's the problem with collecting when you want certain things. It's like get it then or never or pay stupid money.
Absolutely.
What was I going to say? I forgot what I was saying. One thing I like about people forget about Dawn of the Dead 2004 remake is that it's a great double team between James Gunn writing it and Zack Snyder directing it.
Absolutely.
Such a good,
yeah,
so good. People
Isn't
forget.
James Gunn as well? That movie, Sliver. Isn't that another James Gunn movie as well? Kind of
Yeah.
Did he direct that though, or did he write it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
That was another good little horror movie. That.
Yeah, I've got the Midnight Classics.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you got that's right. Yeah, great movie.
Yeah,
I suppose you can kind of call that, in a weird kind of way. It is kind of a zombie movie as well, in some sort.
Yeah, it's almost like there's almost like it's kind of almost like a hive mind kind of film, isn't it? Like a parasitic hive mind thing.
Yeah.
I've not watched that Blu-ray yet. I've not actually watched that film in a while, so I might have to.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, we've got Andy in the chat. Hey Andy, welcome to the stream. He says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic." I don't know what that voice was. Fantastic. What am I doing?
They didn't do the stream this week. Pete wasn't well.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, he's having problems. I don't want to obviously pry or anything. Speaking of Pete, here's Pete. Hi Pete, welcome to the stream. Playtender guy. Hey Jason, hey Keith. Hey Jason and Keith. Great to see you're back live on the Friday night. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate it. It was not pre-planned. It was just a random thing. I thought I'll go live because the last stream went so well, and I really actually enjoyed the last stream. I thought I'll get Keith on, and we always have a good old banter, didn't we, Keith?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here to ruin it.
I'm waiting for the hand of grace to come through with a glass of drink soon.
I'm sure it will happen. Now that you put it out there, because chances are she's watching it. So now that you put it out there, Dave, whenever you're ready, lay it on me.
Brilliant. We have Angel of Darkness. Welcome to the stream. They say hi, everyone. Hi. Appreciate you joining the stream. We have Lou. Hello, Lou. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
I want to say something with Lou. He watches all my videos and he always drops me a like on my videos. So I really do appreciate it, Lou. Thanks so much.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. That's great.
We have Gareth, Video Tasties, the man with, you could probably build a house with his VHS collection. Hey, Gareth, hope you're doing well, mate.
Hey,
right, we have Jason, the old millennial. I'm an old millennial. Me. Welcome to the stream, Jason. He says, how's it going? It's going really good, thank you. People talking to each other. Lou says, sorry about the croissants there. You put like croissant emojis. But I definitely would like to see the movie Nope. Yeah, go and see it. Make up your own mind. I think it's going to be one of those movies. I think it's going to have a really split kind of opinion with people.
Yeah. Just I don't like. I know. Don't listen to anyone. You know. I think if just like I said, go in with your own. Just go in and see what you think yourself. You know. Don't listen to what people are saying, even including myself. Jason thought it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a diverse movie.
Yeah. The thing is, though, wasn't his other films though? Really, like there's people. I know people that don't like Us. I know people that don't like that movie. You know,
right.
So I just think maybe he's not controversial is the wrong word. Maybe his style is a divisive kind of his ideas are divisive and whatnot. You know.
Absolutely. He seems to be. The critics love him. The critics are crazy about his movies. They're all. I think the first two are in the 90s, and I'm nearly sure Nope is in the high 80s. So he is, amongst critics, he is loved. Maybe the fans may be a bit different, but me, I think all three of his movies are fantastic. I really enjoyed them. Probably going in the order as well. Get Out is my favorite, Us, and then Nope.
And I just think they're really solid concepts as well. And I've got to give the guy credit. He's given us original movies. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
It's not just like sequel here, remake there, reboot here. You know, at least we're getting. You know, it's nice to go to the cinema and go, "Oh, what's this movie? I have no idea what this movie is." It's nice to say. It's nice to to have that thought because usually it's like, "Oh, this film's a sequel to that film 2 years ago," or "Oh, it's a remake of this 80s classic that we don't need."
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I absolutely agree. Yeah, it's you're going to get something very unique, whether you like it or not. You're going to get something very unique when you watch a Jordan Peele movie.
I think people might disagree, but I think the director of Midsommar and Hereditary, he's on the same level. Is it Ari Aster? Is that his name?
Yeah, he's like I said. I told you we've spoken about this before. I bloody hate Midsommar. I hate it. But I love Hereditary. I think Hereditary is fantastic.
It's the thing. It's the thing. We've always spoken about. You know, I love Midsommar. I love that movie. Yeah. But you're welcome to hate it. You're welcome to dislike it. You know what I mean? Like,
he is one of them directors, just like Jordan Peele, where his movies are going to be very diverse. Yeah, I think, and it's going to be. There's going to be a lot of hatred. There's going to be a lot of love for them, and that's good. It's good.
But the thing is, I was straight in there for Nope. I'm going to be straight in there for Ari Aster's new movie. I'm going to be right there. Like, I'm going to be, not day one per se, but you know what I mean? I'm going to be right at the theater when it comes out.
Did I not hear a rumor that his next movie is going to be something like 5 hours long?
Don't know. I might need to take 2 days off work if that's the case.
I presume it's not a cinema release if it's 5 hours long.
Yeah, it's probably. I hope it's not a streaming service movie. I hope it's not that long, and I hope it's a theatrical release. I think those two, Ari Aster and Jordan Peele, are the two big names, like up and coming names in Hollywood at the moment that are giving us original movies. Whether you like them or you dislike them is irrelevant at that point. I think
there's another director out there that does direct a lot of horror movies that I have great interest on. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's made a bad movie, and I can't think of his name. He's the director of Dr. Sleep. I think he's directed the likes of you remember that film Oculus, and I think he directed The Orphan and all that kind of movie. Mike Flanagan, I think that's his name, Mike Flanagan or something like that.
I've not seen Oculus. I've been wanting to check it out. I know it's about like a mirror or something.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Is it good? Yeah.
That is a great horror movie. I can't praise that enough. It's a good movie, Jason. That's one to look for.
Cool. I might look at my CX or somewhere. Going back to the comments, I got a good friend Ash in the chat. Popcorn in horror.
Hey Ash.
Fellas. It's funny because I asked Ash to come on the stream yesterday because I was going to do this stream yesterday, but he was too late for him, so that was fair. But hopefully next week I'll get Ash on the stream and we can have a good old chat. But yeah, I've met Ash in real life. Top bloke. Go and check out his channel. He's a really good dude. Actually,
he left a comment on one of my just recently. I think he left a comment this morning in one of my videos or yesterday. It was one of he definitely left a comment on one of them.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
definitely a good dude. Pete says, still yet to see Get Out, but I really enjoyed Us. Thought it was entertaining with great writing, even if the ending kind of reminded me of the old coat heads.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel both those films bring us really interesting concepts, and sometimes an interesting concept is all I need to get my foot in the door to go and see a film.
Absolutely, absolutely. Unique is another great word for Jordan Peele, because I think that's what he does is a very unique movies, and he's a unique director.
Yeah, definitely agree. Definitely agree there, sir. I don't know why I'm going on with texting like this. Yeehaw! I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Someone help me, please. People talking to each other. Blah, 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 blah. Playtendo guy says, glad to see Second Sight did justice to the 4K Dog Soldiers. Great little film with fantastic practical effects and incredible box art. Me and Soph watched that recently. I got the Second Sight set as well. And that film is so funny. Like, I forgot how the dialogue is so witty. It's so delightfully British. For like the whole movie, they're just whinging because they're missing the match of the year. I'm like, for fuck's sake, it's so British. I'm not into football myself, but I'm like, it's so fucking British.
I always say it with movies like Dog Soldiers. If you get the characters right, you know you're going to have something good. And there's some great characters in that movie. So many great characters. Spoonie, in particular, is my favorite. I think he's absolutely fantastic in the movie. I love him in it. But what a movie! Such an ambitious movie, considering the budget that it had. Like Pete said, the practical effects, some of the creature effects, the designs of them look remarkable. They do. They really do.
I like how they went a different route with the werewolf. It's you got all the fur up top, but down from shoulders down, it's like a skinny, hairless animal.
Absolutely.
And they're like 9 foot tall. Like I do like that design. It's different than what you would expect, from the 40s Wolfman or American Werewolf, stuff like that. It's very unique.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
I think it adds a lot to.
Great movie. I love Sean Pertwee in it as well, but I'm always a fan of Sean Pertwee. Everything I've seen him in, I love them in.
Yeah.
It's a shame I just don't see him in enough. That's the only problem.
Like he's in a great little indie horror film from the early 2000s called Wilderness.
I've seen it. Great movie. You man with the dogs.
Really good.
Is a fella hunted? They've been hunted down with dogs, isn't it? It's something like that.
They're like juvenile. He's like in charge of this like kind of ragtag of juveniles. Are serving like some form of sentence, like jail sentence. And they've got to go out in the wilderness and clean up some old cottage place.
Right.
Down by this guy with dogs. Yeah, really, really good little indie film, and Sean Pertwee's in that.
Great movie. I remember that. Actually, something, Jason? What? I might actually watch that tonight when I get off this. I haven't seen it in years.
I've been trying to hunt down a Blu-ray, but I can't seem to find one.
No, I've only got it on DVD.
Yeah, I've only seen the DVD available. It's a shame. What was I going to say? I forgot. My brain went dead. Oh yeah, Soph said So when I said to Soph that Sean Pertwee's in it, she was like, she's sold. She wants to see it immediately.
Yeah. It's big fan of Sean Pertwee.
Yeah. I can't think what else he's in. I know he's in Event Horizon.
Yeah, Soldier.
What's that?
Soldier with Kurt Russell.
I've not seen that film.
Yeah, I like that movie. It's apparently it's a spiritual sequel to Blade Runner.
Interesting. Is it similar to like there's a film on I'm not saying is it similar to this film, I'm just when you say it's a spiritual sequel to this, there's a film on the premium HMV premium collection called Outworld with Sean Connery. Apparently people say that it's kind of like a pseudo kind of spin off from Alien. It's meant to be in the same universe, apparently.
Wow, that's the first I've heard now of that. I never heard that before. So
apparently, if you watch that film with Alien in mind, you notice kind of the way you noticed how things operate in that kind of. It's a sci-fi. I've not seen it. It looks like a sci-fi movie.
Right. Okay.
Maybe I'll pick it up and try and just tie in all the alienisms.
I'm just trying to think.
I think it's called Outworld.
I do actually have it. I do have it over here. I'm just looking at it now. It's in my collection. I just can't remember.
It's called Outworld, right?
Outland, is it?
Is it Outland? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, it was something like that.
Yeah, I think something like
that. Soph says, "Are you proud of me, my love? I'm starting to like zombie films."
Yeah. Get her into the hardcore stuff and see how she feels about them.
I'm going to put Day of the Dead on next.
Yeah, there we go.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites.
You'll see Sophie crawled up in a corner somewhere after watching
it. Sean Sheridan says, "Do you like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies? For me, remake aside, and its prequel, one of the worst franchises out there." I think I'd agree because once you got first one is iconic, classic, right? It just declines immediately. Like I don't like 2. A lot of people like 2. I don't like 2. I think it's shit.
No, I don't. I like the original. I like the remake.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed the latest one, believe it or not. I thought it was going to be an absolute shitfest.
The Netflix one, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was okay.
8 minutes of just crazy chainsaw brutality. Yeah,
absolutely. Good. So other than that, I absolutely agree with him. I think it's that or Hellraiser, believe it or not, as much as I have. Like no, well, you know what? Actually, I shouldn't say that. Actually, now I think of it, because I've only seen the first 3 Hellraiser movies, and I'm just going by word of mouth that apparently some of the movies that went straight to DVD and straight to TV were terrible.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of them are throwaway scripts that weren't Hellraiser films. They just was like they shoot all Hellraiser into it.
Right.
And I've heard that a lot of them don't make sense because it's just like, this is not really a Hellraiser film, but just let's put Pinhead in there just to make it look like a fucking Hellraiser movie. Like I swear, like I could be wrong. People in the comments can correct me if I ever get to the comments. But I swear, like one of them is like he's like set in a video game or something stupid like that. Apparently,
I would not have a clue.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a franchise that I'm not even gonna think about even checking out any of those.
I was when I done the video there a couple of weeks back of the new trilogy that I picked up of Hellraiser. A lot of people were saying there's a I think it's either Bloodline or Inferno, but they were saying that they're supposed to be quite good movies in the Hellraiser franchise, but I've never seen them, so I must check them out.
We all know, right? We all know if Scream Factory put out a whole like 10 film but set, we're gonna buy it, aren't we?
Right, yeah.
So you bought that Puppet Master set, and I just think they're shit movies.
No. After the first 4, it's absolute garbage. But I had to have that set. I needed it. It's something that I've been desperately wanting to get for a long time. But there are some absolute shocking movies in there.
It's weird because like you look at like sequel milked franchises like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Halloween. I've not seen all the Halloween, so I can't really. What I'm about to say doesn't really, go towards that. But if you think about it, the two big ones, Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, I like the majority of those movies. So like, they're fun.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
But I don't know if I can bring myself to watch all the Hellraisers.
No, I actually, even the Saw movies, funny enough, I could sit down, every second October, me and Ellen we don't watch it every October, but maybe every second, every 2 years in October, we would probably go through the Saw franchise.
I watched through them quite recently. I think beginning of the year at some point. It's a weird time to watch Saw, but I watched 1 and 2 with Soph to show her them, and then she was like, "Oh, when does it get really touchy? When does it get silly, violent for no reason?" I was like, "Oh, from 3 onward, it gets a bit silly."
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh," she tapped out. She's like, "I don't want to watch the rest." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So I decided to watch the rest, and after I've always seen it as kind of a guilty pleasure franchise for me. I can sit there and just watch them.
Yeah.
But I watched them all the way through until the new one, Spiral, because I had them on Blu-ray, and I just decided I'm going to keep 1 and 2 because they're the best in the franchise, in my opinion. 2's my favorite. Saw 2's great. I fucking love Saw 2.
Yeah.
So I just sold the rest. I was like, you know what? I'm not keeping films I don't like.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Just to complete a franchise. So it was just like, you know what? I have fun with these films to a point, but I'm not going to rewatch them enough for me to justify owning them.
I get that. I get that.
I'm just taking up space now. But Saw 2, I think it's underrated. Like one of the better sequels.
Great movie.
Really good.
Great movie. Great.
Saw 1's obviously good, but I don't know, something about Saw 2. I just think edges over it personally. Where am I? What? You're laughing at? Oh, it's me. I'm a twat. I know. Lou says, check out Return of the Living Dead. It's tragic like Romeo and Juliet, but romantic in a dark sense. My favorite zombie film of all time, man. Fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Dan O'Bannon, isn't it? Dan O'Bannon. Great job behind that movie. Apparently they wanted him to do. He wanted to do that movie, but apparently the studio wanted him to do a sequel to Day of the Dead or a sequel to Night of the Living Dead. Or it was something like that. They wanted him to do a sequel to one of Romero's movies, movies, and he went, "No way, absolutely no way." He says, one, it's disrespectful. He regards Romero as one of his favorite directors, and he said there was no way he was ever going to do it. And then he turned around and he said, "If you want me to do a zombie movie, it's going to have to be a comedy horror as well. It's not going to be a straight out horror." And he got his way in the end, and thankfully he did, because we got that incredible movie.
I keep talking about that. I keep talking about there's certain things in that movie. The Tar Man zombie. Whoever I don't know who the actor was, but the way he walks as if his muscles don't work, he's like,
oh, it's horrible.
But it's so good. Like that is physical. That's a performance that is like memorable.
Yeah,
because the way he's like, it's like he's trying to use his momentum to walk. Because he can't.
I remember seeing that movie when I was very young. I think I was around, I don't know, 9 years old, and that Tarman scared the shit out of me by the way he moves. It's just it's just horrible. Like, when you look at it, it's horrible to look at. But like you said, very memorable.
I just love the zombies in that film where they're just like, send more cops.
Well,
send more paramedics.
I love everything. I love the cast and everything. The cast in the movie is great as well. I love it. Yeah, it's just a great movie.
Yeah, really good. I don't think so. I think Soph wasn't very keen on the ending because she felt it was a bit of a cop out.
Okay.
But if you look into the anatomy and the actual kind of virus itself in that film, they are not your traditional zombies. They are literally invincible in that movie. They're literally they're unkillable. Like literally, like, headshots don't work. You can cut their head off; it don't work. Like they are unkillable
until the second one, and they found out electricity does it.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Ash.
Sorry.
Where am I? Oh, Angel of Darkness says, for me, it would be Resident Evil, the movie, the first one. Do you know what? I don't hate those movies. The first three are pretty entertaining action zombie films.
Yeah, I think the second one is probably the most faithful to the game.
I think it's the best movie. I think it's the best out of the franchise.
I like it.
Yeah. Lou says, yeah, Resident Evil was good. The sequels were okay-ish, but strayed from the point of the Resident Evil recipe, which is to prevent an apocalypse from bioterrorism. Yeah, but I think Resident Evil Apocalypse, the second from 2004, I think that's the most faithful in terms of character and character designs and stuff. I don't think they've got it right. I don't think they've got it right yet. And that Netflix show, I watched the first episode and it's terrible.
I give up.
Fucking awful.
Yeah, every time it went back to the two girls, the two I was like, no.
It's Resident Evil. I don't want to bloody watch some two teenagers high school drama. I don't care. What I mean? I don't give a shit.
It's you know what? I honestly think now that they've done that TV show, the movies were, people weren't crazy about them. They enjoyed them. I don't think they were too crazy about them. Then they tried to reboot it again with Welcome to Raccoon City. Everyone hated that movie. Now they've done the TV.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, and they've done the TV show now, and the fans don't seem to like it either. I think it's time now just to give up. Leave it.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Leave it to Capcom in the games, and it's like the problem I think is the issue is that they've got a perfect, storyboarded everything story for that first game, the mansion. Why is it so hard for these people making these series or movies?
Yeah.
What's so hard about doing zombies in a mansion and a special forces team going inside and basically trying to survive? What is hard about that? It doesn't sound hard to me. And the story's already there. The story's already all pretty much prepared for them. They can just take what has been, what is it, like 30, 40 years now, that first Resident Evil game?
Oh my God, how long has it been? What, PlayStation 1? So
yeah, almost 30 years. 30 years probably. But yeah, I don't understand why because they seem to be like, oh, we're good. Oh, it looks like Resident Evil, but we've changed it somehow. Or this new series is unrecognizable.
It does sound so simple just to do a simple zombie movie inside a mansion, like you said. Yeah. Few troops go in, and they come under attack. What's in this mansion? What's so hard about it? But they don't seem to want it. They seem to always want to branch out into Raccoon City. And then what happens there is every time they do it, you take the horror elements from it and it becomes an action movie.
Yeah.
And that, so it's it just doesn't work.
I think I know why they won't do that, because I feel like Hollywood doesn't respect horror films. Although they'll churn them out to make loads of money, but horror kind of does still sell because horror is still really popular.
Yeah.
I don't think Hollywood respects them as storytelling devices. I don't think they do respect them.
No.
So when when they're trying to adapt Resident Evil, remember Hollywood doesn't own Resident Evil, so we can't control what we own. So I feel it's a case of like, we don't own that, so we don't respect it. So we're just going to take it. We're going to get as much money out of it as we can, and we're just going to throw it to the wayside. That's what I think. That's what I think Hollywood does.
Absolutely.
Because what Capcom have done with the games, fucking awesome. At the moment, I think they're in the 2000 went downhill a little bit, and then they've come back up.
That's what I'm saying. Even they kind of went off the kind of beaten track as well. I think when we started getting part 5 and 6, they weren't feeling like Resident Evil games anymore. But thankfully now they brought it back to the way it should be. Even though Village, as much as I didn't enjoy it, there was elements that they were kind of leaning back into the action, particularly when you start controlling Chris. I was like, right now, this is starting to feel like an action game again, and that it's just that's the problem with Capcom. I have with them. When every time they bring out a game, a Resident Evil game, and they start leaning towards the action, everyone hates it. No one likes it. The critics hate it. The fans hate it. And just listen to the people. Listen, this is what we want. He's done Resident Evil 2. It's gotten critical acclaim. He's went right back to the horror elements, the way the game should be. And when they brought out Part 3, again, the remake, and again, they started leaning towards more action again. And then it kind of it didn't get near as good a response as the second one. So
the thing is, you got to remember, it was made by Capcom's B team. It wasn't made by the Resident Evil 2 team.
Oh, see, right, okay.
They made those games. They were being developed in parallel to each other.
Right. And
then Resident Evil started earlier, so it was finished. But they must have fast tracked Resident Evil 3 to get it out the year after, so they can keep the momentum.
Tell you what, it's 60 quid for a 5-hour game. Not good enough.
I think my cousin beat that game in 20 minutes.
It's ridiculous.
I think he speed ran in like 20 minutes.
Imagine.
But he did say, he goes, yeah, but I did have like an unlimited rocket launcher, so that might have helped.
Wow.
Where am I going? Oh, I've missed someone. Naming the stars. They say hello. Hello, naming the stars.
Hey.
Name the stars. Sorry, not naming the stars. My bad. Name the stars. Where was I? Oh shit. So yeah, we're talking about Resident Evil. Blah blah blah. Well, Angel Darkness says also a nice movie to watch as a couple would be 28 Days Later, the horror movie. Yep, and it's not a zombie film, so me and Sophie watched that anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a rage virus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an infection movie. It's not. I understand its relevance for, in the beginning of the 2000s, it launched the zombie genre back into relevance because I can understand why people think it's a zombie film because everyone's going crazy mad and running around killing people. But they're not dead and they don't eat your flesh, so they're not zombies.
It'd be like calling The Crazies a horror movie. You know what I mean? It's not.
It's not a zombie film. Yeah,
it's just they're infected.
They're crazy.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
That's a good remake as well. Actually, we're talking about remakes.
It is. That's a great remake. I love that movie.
I feel like I'm the only one that really likes the original George Romero film. I love the original movie.
I'm not a fan of it.
I really enjoy that film. I like that it's just like very kind of. I like how it's like a viral pandemic, quite similar to what we had quite recently. I like where it's not really focused on survivors; it's more focused on the people in charge of containing it. I thought that was really fascinating, and I quite liked that. Yeah, that part of it, I thought it was really good.
Okay,
but the remake's fun. It's very different to the original. It's quite fun.
I'm a big fan of Timothy Oliphant in that movie. I think he's great.
I think he's great in everything.
Yeah, he's great.
The only thing I've not seen is the Hitman movies. He's in one of those, isn't he?
Movie. Okay, that might be a bit of a dodgy one. But but I still like him. I do. I like him a lot.
He's great in Scream 2.
I love him in Scream 2.
Scream 2 is really good. He's in Dream. Do you like Dreamcatcher? I
am one of the rare people out there that enjoyed that movie.
I really like that film. I think it's super underrated.
Yeah, it's wildly hated. It's just no one seems to like the movie, but I enjoyed it.
It's funny because we're going on tangents. I don't give a shit. It's my stream. But the fun fact is, I don't think anyone likes the book either. So it kind of.
I wouldn't actually know.
I've heard people don't like the book. Apparently, it's not one of Stephen King's best books. Apparently, it's one of his weakest. Mm-hmm. But me and Soph watched that a couple of weeks ago. Dreamcatcher. I've seen it before, but it was Soph's first time watching it, and I had a great time on the rewatch.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you get to I forgot who their friend Duddits. You meet adult Duddits at the end of the film. Spoiler, who cares? When you realise it's bloody Donnie Wahlberg and how good his performance is as Duddit, because I know him from Saw 2, and Detective Matthews from Saw 2. When you see him as adult Duddits, you're like, holy shit, this guy can fucking act.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solly's brother, Marky, fuck him. Donnie Wahlberg can act really good.
I agree.
Who? Oh, I forgot his name. The actor's name.
Donnie.
Jonesy, the character Jonesy.
That was.
Who gets infected with the alien? Spoilers. Who cares?
Damian Lewis.
Damian Lewis. That's it.
Okay.
When he flips to the aliens mode,
yeah,
he hands it up to such delightful glee. I love it. Hello there, Jonesy. He's like, oh, I love it. It's so good. He's one of the highlights of the film for me.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good movie.
Really good. Yeah. Why did I get onto Dream? Why did I get onto Dreamcatcher for? Oh, Timothy Oliphant. Yeah. He's in Elephant.
Yeah,
Oliphant.
I've called him Timothy Elephant for some reason. I think have you seen Rockstar?
No.
With Mark Wahlberg. Wahlberg and Timothy Oliphant's in that, and he's really good in that as well.
I never seen that.
That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I fucking love that movie.
Oh, okay. I've never even heard of it.
It's just about this singer who's in this tribute band for like their favorite band, and then they break up that tribute band, and then they get a phone call, asking him to audition for his favorite band of all time. So he goes on this journey to actually being the singer of his favorite band. So it's
okay.
He's got Jennifer Aniston in it as well. Who's the guy? I forgot his name. Dominic West, he's in it as well. Dominic West.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
He's great as well. Yeah, Rockstar. Check it out, Keith. It's really good.
Okay.
It's like early 2000s, but it's a really good, like, not a musical, but a film about music. But it's like really heartwarming and really kind of just one of my favorite films ever. Like, and the soundtrack's awesome. If you're into rock and metal, it's like an awesome soundtrack as well.
Okay.
Me almost movie. Where am I going? We're so behind on the fucking comments.
Oh, wow.
Expect nothing less on the stream. Name the Star says, best rule of thumb on whether to watch a film or not is simple. Do you want to see it? If yes, see it. If not, don't. No opinion should sway your interest if it's there. That is so well put, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I never listen to anyone. I honestly do not listen. Like I said, I bought that Firestarter movie, the remake of Firestarter. The critics hated it. Everyone that I know hated it. I still bought it because I want to see it. And it's nothing near, like I said to you, it's not as bad. It's not a great movie, but it's nothing near as bad as what people are making it out to be.
Yeah, cool. That's all that matters, right? Is what you want to do and what your opinion is.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoy hearing what other people think. Like, I enjoy that's why I like to watch reviews and stuff, because I like to see how other people felt about something, because it creates dialogue and it creates conversation, which I enjoy.
I don't mind checking out people's reviews. That's fine. That's great. It's just I'll never be I'll never be manipulated by them. I will never be turned off by a movie, by anyone's.
I'd usually watch someone's review after the fact. I wonder what, I don't know, Jeremy Jahns thought about this movie,
He's great, that fella.
Or Chris Stuckman. I wonder what he thought. But the thing about Chris Stuckman, though, he doesn't put up negative reviews anymore.
Oh, really?
So he only reviews films he likes. So when you see a review, you know it's a positive review, because he doesn't want to shit on creators anymore, apparently.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to shit over their hard work, even though...
Okay, that's fair enough.
That is fair enough. See, I don't want to answer this question because I don't want to give away what the film is. So Jason, the old millennial, says, is Nope a horror movie or more like a suspense thriller? I don't want to answer it because I don't really think I've got an answer for it anyway, to be honest.
No, I do have a genre that I think it might go on that, but I'm not going to say the genre. Oh,
you can say it after the stream.
Yeah,
when we're not live.
I don't. It's one of those things. It's again. I'm not skipping around your question. I just don't want to ruin the movie on you.
Yeah,
that's it. It's me personally, I wouldn't call it a horror.
I agree. I would agree. Yeah. He has horrific moments.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. Sean Sheridan says Elvis is one of the best movies of the year. Austin Butler deserves the Oscar. The Northman was a 5-star movie.
Can't wait to see Elvis. Cannot wait to see it.
Joe and Name the Star says, if you don't want to see it, don't see it. That's Elvis for me. I don't want to see it.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, that's fair enough.
There's nothing for me there. I just, there's nothing of interest for me.
Oh no, that's for me. That's a must watch, and I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't seen The Northman either. Heard great things about it though.
I've heard really good things about Elvis. My mum even went to see it. My mum never goes to the cinema, and she went to see it.
Oh wow, big Elvis fan.
I don't think so, but she just.
Oh wow, okay.
Because sometimes she'll either go out to a meal with her friends and that just to catch up, but sometimes her friend would be like, "Oh, I'm going to see a film," and she might go in with her or something.
All right. The one thing I did hear about Elvis that I was very surprised by was the only negative thing I've heard about it was Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, never thought I'd say that about Tom Hanks. But apparently he's supposed to be not the greatest in it.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, like I've always believed this. You can't be a star great all the time.
No, absolutely not.
No one's on their A game every moment of their life. I play drums and I've been in numerous bands. Like there's been some nights at gigs where I've played utter shit. Like I've not had a good night. Like, I can't. You can't be great all the time, unfortunately.
No.
Pete says, Playtender guy. I see Evil Dead Rise has been delayed till next year, but it's actually getting a cinema release. Interesting.
Okay.
Whilst the new Hellraiser is Hulu exclusive, so Disney Plus, I assume. I'm hoping it's Disney Plus because I don't think we can get Hulu over here, can we?
I don't think so.
Because that new Hellraiser intrigues me because it's been given the thumbs up by Clive Barker.
Okay.
And apparently it's got a strong R rating, so it's gonna for like brief nudity, strong graphic violence, blah blah. So it's gonna be very, very apparently very twisted and dark.
The only thing I will say about that is John Carpenter gave a thumbs up for the remake of The Fog.
Oh.
He gave his blessing to that as well. So that's all I'm saying about that.
I'm going to reel back my thoughts then now. Just going to reel back what everyone you hear what I said. Going to reel back. And saying that, you might have a different opinion. And James Cameron was like, Terminator Dark Fate, everyone. It's great.
Yeah.
It wasn't great.
But when it came out, he started slamming it. James Cameron has a history of doing that. Apparently when Terminator Salvation came out, he said in an interview that he said it was fantastic. And then a couple of years later, he said it wasn't really that great. He's always kind of, it's almost like he tries to promote the movie, and then when it's kind of done and dusted, I don't really like it.
I tell you, Salvation is probably the best sequel since Terminator 2. I'm saying that. I'm putting that down. I'm putting that down right now. You've heard that, everybody. In my opinion, Terminator Salvation is the best sequel we got since T2.
I really enjoyed Terminator Salvation. And speaking of T2, look what I have sitting beside me. This is going to be a video coming out next week.
There we go. Ooh.
This is Film Arena's one-click edition of Terminator 2. This is an absolute beast of a set. It is. Can't wait to actually doing the unboxing of this. That was a very hard edition to buy. Finally got it.
Was it painful for your wallet? Because I've seen
very painful.
I've seen their price points. I'm like, oof. Do I really want this?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah. Like proper for super collectors, I assume.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't buy too many of them. I'd be very, very, very selective when it comes to editions like these.
I didn't know about the actual label until long after the film came out, but I knew they put out Godzilla King of the Monsters, like a proper a double steelbook edition, massive edition. On eBay now, it's going for stupid money now.
I've got a friend that actually owns it, and trust me, it's something you do want.
Yeah, but the movie isn't that great, though. The movie isn't that great.
Yeah, no.
It's the weakest out of the MonsterVerse, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Where was I? Jason, the old millennial, says Get Out was such a surprise hit for Jordan Peele, getting a best picture nomination and winning best screenplay.
Yeah.
I wonder if it hurts his other movies because they will be compared to his first one.
Yeah, that's it's kind of like Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson brought out Thriller, everything else that came out after Thriller was compared against Thriller. It can't be helped. And I have to admit, Jordan Peele has. I still think he's okay. His movies are not as good as Get Out, but they're not a million miles away from it either. And I think he's done a great job.
I think I will say from the three movies, I think he's kept a considerable high bar on each of them. Like when it comes to like overall production value in the new film, it's still super high. Like he's really, whatever his budget was, he's like maximized his budget on that film. Holy shit! Because the cinematography is still top notch. The visuals are amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got Daniel Kaluuya, which is one of the best actors going right now, in my opinion. He's fantastic.
And don't forget as well, all that the scenes in it with the kind of like the rodeo, where that little small kind of rodeo to go to near the end of it as well.
Yeah,
and that all was built. That's all part of it. That's on the Universal lot now, apparently. So that all had to be built. So that's all money as well for that budget. So it's quite impressive when you do look at it.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say he's not a director that I feel like he's not. I don't think he's dipping in quality.
No,
I still think it's a quality film. I just feel like, in my opinion, it had issues, but I still think the quality barrier is still high.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to what comes next from him. To be honest, because I feel like if he keeps up this high bar, he's going to be a director to really keep an eye on in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
Sky's the limit, man. Like if he keeps out this output as high caliber as he's doing, he's going to be a big name soon. Would you say he's a big name at the moment? I don't know if you would call him a big name.
Yeah, I think he is. I think his name is selling tickets now. I think he's a bit like Christopher Nolan now to me. I think his name now can sell tickets.
Because didn't people think Candyman 2021 was it 2021?
Yeah.
Was it this year? Was it last year?
No, it was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because I heard from some people got confused and thought Jordan Peele was directing Candyman, but he wrote it, didn't he? Did he write it?
He wrote it and produced it, I think.
Yeah.
In all fairness, when you do watch it, it does feel like a Jordan Peele movie.
I really like that film.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed it. I really need to watch it again. I've only seen it once.
Yeah, so have I. I got the Blu-ray. I haven't actually revisited it yet, but
right.
There's some really clever shots in that film that I thought was
God,
so cleverly done. Like,
yeah.
The way they use reflections is outstanding.
Yeah,
outstanding. I tell you what, right? because I didn't go to the cinema to see it originally. I acquired it. Right, it is what it is. Whatever. The way the opening is, I genuinely thought I had a shit copy of the movie because it really fucks with you.
Okay,
if you know, you know. It's really, really clever. I liked how they tied it to the original. I thought it was very cleverly done.
Yeah, I thought that was good. That was the one thing I didn't know about the movie, and no one would tell me. Well, actually, I didn't. I don't even know if I wanted to know. But I kept asking, was it a sequel or was it a remake? And no one would actually answer it at the time. For some strange reason. I don't know why people wouldn't answer it, but maybe they didn't want to ruin it for me. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's a sequel.
Yeah.
I've not seen the other sequels. I've got Farewell to the Flesh on Blu-ray. I've not watched it yet. Have you seen the sequel?
I've only seen the first Candyman, the original, and the remake. Oh, not the remake, the sequel to that one. Sorry.
Yeah, me too, yeah.
It's all the same. Yeah.
I've heard Day of the Dead is dreadful. But
again, yeah.
Obviously, that's not me saying it. That's just like what I've heard. The consensus is not very.
I'm not in a rush to watch them, to be honest.
I probably will watch the original sequel at some point.
Great movie.
What was I going to say?
Sorry.
Yeah, the original sequel, like Farewell to the Flesh. I meant sorry, because this new one's a sequel. So Farewell to the Flesh is also a sequel, but it was the original sequel.
Yeah,
it's getting confusing now.
Yeah.
Hollywood, stop, please. What am I doing? People talking. Soph says best thing about Dog Soldiers is Sean Pertwee.
He's one of my many
what am I doing? Where am I going? Jason, the old millennial, says, I'm not going to say his name out every time. I'm just going to say his first name. Kind of like M. Night hitting it big with Sixth Sense. Then his movies went downhill shortly after, at least after Signs for me.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I 100% agree with that. I do. Yeah. I do. I really enjoyed Signs. I have to admit, it's a good movie, but I'm struggling to find another good M. Night Shyamalan movie after that.
I've not seen that many of his films, if I'm honest. I've not seen Signs.
You've never seen Signs?
Never seen Signs, but I've seen spoilers, so it kind of ruins the mystery a little bit, ruins the film a little bit.
Okay.
Like I've seen the big scare, like the what the fuck moment. I've seen that.
Yeah. Okay.
You probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sixth Sense. Never been a big fan of that film, if I'm honest with you.
Okay.
I think Unbreakable is infinitely better. Personally, I think it's probably out of the films I've seen, is probably his best film.
Yeah, because I'm not a fan of Unbreakable. Funny enough, I don't hate it. I just when it comes to Sixth Sense, I just don't regard it near as good.
Fair enough. It's all fair in movie fandoms, unless you're a toxic fandom, then you can fuck it off. Anyway, look, all fandoms are toxic. We all know this. I've been in the Godzilla group for ages, and they just don't. You have to know all the knowledge to be fucking.
Jason, just tell me if you can still see me there on the camera. I'm just pressing me just for 1 second. Just can you still see me?
No, but it's free. It's frozen on your face, looking like you're drunk, and then like it's flipped you vertically, so you look like you're sideways drunk.
Okay, I'm coming down back 1 second.
How many beers have you had, sir? Everybody.
1 second.
Too many drinks. Keith drinks too much. He's a sideways drunk.
Now.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Are you normal size sober now? Yeah.
Yeah, I've sobered up in 5 seconds.
We've got Gary, the Blu-ray addict. Gary, welcome to the stream.
Hey, Gary.
Legend, absolute legend. Hi, gents. Great to see you back streaming. We'll definitely watch on catch up. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Lou says Soldier is a great movie, worth the watch. I'll have to check it out, man.
Absolutely.
Because it's Kurt Russell, so it can't be all bad. Can't be all bad. Where am I going? Is he really? So Andy says, I remember Sean Pertwee in Equilibrium. Is he in Equilibrium?
Wow, Jesus, I completely forgot about that.
He must be there, just not notice. Is his face covered up? Is he wearing a helmet or something? He's like, that's him there, but you can't see his face.
I can't quite remember. I don't picture him. I can't picture him in that movie.
No.
Wow.
That's an underrated film right there.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, I've not seen it in a while. I've not seen that film. Name the Star says, and let's not forget that Sean Pertwee had a small cameo appearance in another werewolf film, Howl. I think I've got that set on a train. I think I've not seen it.
No, I've never seen that. Never seen that movie. Did you say it was held on a train?
Yeah, it's a werewolf film on a train. It sounds pretty cool. I've got it on Blu-ray. I've not seen it though.
Okay. Wow.
It's weird because I've got a thing about films on trains. I think they're cool.
I kind of like it. The same. You don't see enough of them. I do like it. It's a great horror setting. Oh! I was meant to say something to you. You're going to be so happy. I just bought it 2 days ago, but I've just picked up Horror Express.
Oh, fucking what a movie!
Yeah, just picked it up. So we're going to be watching that tomorrow night.
So good. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, man. The double duo. It's just it's a Hammer horror film, all but name, essentially.
Yeah.
It's those two together, and it's literally The Thing on the train.
Yeah.
So it's heavily inspired by the Who Goes There short story.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie in Jesus Christ, must be 30 years.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see how much.
I was brought that film was brought to my attention because I think it was last year. Man v Film. Do you know Man v Film?
Yeah.
I forgot the guy's name. I feel really bad now. I knew his name at one point in my brain, but then I forgot. Do you know his name? I forgot his name. Anyway, Man v Film, really good channel, guys. Everyone should go and subscribe to him. He's really good. He was doing he was just looking through the Arrow sale at one point. I think it might have been the Easter sale last year.
Yeah.
And he brought that up, and he was just like, "Everyone needs to see this film. It's great." Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. He says it's The Thing on the Train, and I was like, "Thing on the Train, you say?" Over to the Arrow website, buy like immediately, without hesitation.
I've been doing it recently. I've been doing it a lot recently, where if my subscribers recommend a movie to me, I'll go out and I'll buy it. I've done it just recently. There was a film called Ghost Story with oh my god, Fred Astaire was in it. A good old traditional ghost horror story, and I was recommended that. I picked it up, really enjoyed it, and then someone did just a couple of days ago recommended that Horror Express, good Halloween movie, good October movie. They said so. I picked that up as well.
It's really good. Like I said, like The Thing on the Train, but it has its own. It's got its own identity. It doesn't just feel like, oh, this is a thing from another world, but on the train. It actually is quite really well done in the way it tells its story. It's really clever. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a mystery on a train about what's going on. It's so good. I love that film.
Right,
I missed a comment because I haven't heard this from this guy in ages. He's been in Norway. My friend Fraser Ramhammer. He said, "Hello, you bumhole." Well, thanks, Fraser. Thanks a lot. I hope you're doing well, you absolute slag. Hope you're doing well. Hope Norway wasn't too hot and too crazy for you. Where am I going? What is that? Talking to each other. Jason says, my favourite zombie movies is Zombieland and Warm Bodies. I've not seen Warm Bodies.
I like that movie. I only just picked up a steelbook of it there a couple of weeks back. It's a fun movie. Really like it. Nicholas Hoult is fantastic in it.
I remember watching Zombieland and liking it at the time, but I don't think I've given it a rewatch in years.
I like the zombie, but I've actually enjoyed the sequel as well. It's not as good as the first one, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, fair. My mate Fraser says, when I speak about Hellraiser, a film set in a video game, Fraser says, that's Hellraiser Hellworld. It was interesting.
Is that another word for like shit?
I don't know. I do know that phrase. I do know the phrase. He went for a thing of like, he had a list of films he wanted to watch, and he was like, "Should I?" He said to me, "Should I just jump into this Hellraiser and just see what they're all about?" And he actually just watched them each one.
Oh, wow.
And he was telling me about each one, and I remember one being in the video game. That's why I thought you might have known about it. But
wow.
Of all the concepts, Hellraiser in the video game is a weird one.
I know.
Weird. But you can tell those kind of films probably weren't Hellraiser films. Their original script probably wasn't Hellraiser. Hellraiser was stamped on them just to make money.
It's kind of like what J.J. Abrams is doing with Cloverfield.
With what, sorry?
J.J. Abrams with Cloverfield. you know, 10 Cloverfield Lane. You know,
yeah.
but apparently that was its own standalone movie, and they somehow connected it to Cloverfield. And the same with that what was it called, the Cloverfield Paradox or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I've not seen the other 2 Cloverfield films.
Right. That 10 Cloverfield Lane is good.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
They got John Goodman. Yeah,
that's right.
What was I going to say? And now you got those 2 films that are not really connected to the original Cloverfield, which I think is a really underrated monster movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's come out.
But we're supposed to be getting a proper sequel to that now.
Yeah, shut the words out of my mouth. That's what I was trying to say.
Right,
I couldn't like articulate. I'm fucking insane. I should go. I should get in a straitjacket. Pete says, pretty certain Sean Pete Pertwee is in 51st State with Robert Carlyle. There's a lot of love for Sean Pertwee today. I'm Pertwee. Pretty good. I keep wanting to say Sean Pee-wee, just to be a dick. Oh, we've got the guy with the best name on YouTube, Dr. Impossible of Counterpunch 1984. Welcome to the stream. He says, you all in, Keith, for the Studio Canal 4K of Highlander.
Oh,
what do you mean? What do you mean is Keith all in? I'm all in.
I had that pre-ordered before pre-orders were allowed. That's how good I am with that. Yes, I have a pre-ordered in that way.
It was a sly under the table deal, was it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Christopher London is actually mailing it to me.
Oh, we have Jules in the chat. Hi, Jules. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well, considering everything that you've been through. Is horrific, absolutely horrific. So, sending all my to you, my friend. She says, "Hi, Jason. Hope you're looking after my beautiful safe." Of course, I am. I always am.
He's lying.
Shut up, you. I don't lie. I speak truth. We have Ash. Ash says, just rewatched Communion with Christopher Walken. Have you guys seen it? I don't think I have.
No, never seen it. Never seen it. I know of the movie, never seen it.
I don't think I even know the movie, if I'm honest.
I think I do. I think I know what it is. Is it a sci-fi movie? Am I right in saying that? I might be wrong. I might be getting my films mixed up.
I always get films mixed up. Sean Sheridan says, Saw is the most overrated horror franchise. First 3 very solid. The rest are garbage. Spiral was okay. I think I'd agree. Even though I don't really rate the 3rd one that much, to be honest. But when you make the most money, when you're the highest grossing horror franchise in existence, they're going to make loads more.
That's it.
It's just a fact of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody. Linda's in the chat. Hello.
She's gone to bed now.
Oh, damn it. I took too long. That's Linda is Soph's mum, but she always goes, hello. When I'm like, oh, hello, Linda. Oh, hello. I've killed Soph. She's like dying of laughter over there. All right, stop coughing now. Jeez. Ellen says, hey, who would play you in a movie? I ain't got a clue. Wow. I don't like these questions.
I'm going to let Ellen pick that for me. She can pick it out for me. I can't pick one.
I really don't know.
But if you are watching, babe, I sent you a text message to bring me a drink down. If you can, please. I'm thirsty. Please.
The thing, her question, right? Who would play in the movie? In what way would you go? Would you cast someone that can actually act like you and be you, or would you cast someone that actually looks like you? That's the problem.
You see, well, they say that case, no, because if you turn around and said, "Oh yeah, I'll pick Brad Pitt," I'm sure Brad Pitt could play me. Then you're just you sound like an absolute asshole.
Who's that guy again? A Dreamcatcher?
Damian Lewis.
Yeah, Damian Lewis would be me. He's a ginger, sort of. You know, I can see him doing my YouTube intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You know what I mean?
I honestly
that's
wouldn't have
there you go. There you go. I've made my choice. That's a hard question, though. Honestly,
that is a hard question.
Difficult question. Dr. Impossible says, still waiting for further developments on The Hitcher. Time is ticking.
I'm a bit confused with The Hitcher. Is it getting a 4K release, or is it? I thought it was getting a 4K, and then it was announced it was a Blu-ray, or is it the opposite way? I can't.
Is this second sight or not?
Wait for it.
Hand of Grace.
There we go. Thanks, Smith.
I'm still thinking about who he is.
Yeah, you can send it in the message, don't you?
You never get to that message.
Thanks, Smith.
It'll be this time tomorrow before I get to their messages.
Yeah, that Hitcher, I honestly don't know what's happening with it. I really don't.
I know what's happening. It's standing in the edge of the road doing that, just still doing that. It's still waiting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still waiting to hitch a transfer ride.
Yeah.
I need to see that film, to be honest. I've not seen that film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I knew.
Wow.
I expected that reaction from you, Keith. I really did.
Yeah. It's great.
What am I doing? Gary the Blue Day Addict says, anyone looking forward to the new Hellraiser? Oh, we just brushed upon that. Pinhead is going to be a woman, but I'm a little excited for it based on the director's previous films, such as The Ritual. Now, Pinhead being a woman doesn't bother me, because if you've read Hellbound Heart, the Cenobites are described as pretty much being genderless, so it doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't matter to me.
No. It will bother a lot. I know it will bother a lot.
Doug Bradley is so iconic as Pinhead that it's going to be difficult. I don't think I've seen the director's other films. That's my problem. I've not seen The Ritual. What else has he done? The director?
I would never say.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that kind of thing doesn't bother me. That Pinhead being a woman doesn't bother me.
No. Okay.
I just want it to be good. That's all. That's all I ask.
That's it.
Name of Star says Saw lost itself around when Kramer was killed off. I hated when Hoffman took over. Yeah, most emotionless character I've witnessed on screen. I think he was poorly written and miscast personally.
Yeah, you just know, you can kind of tell by it that they regretted killing off Tobin Bell's character so early on. Yeah. You know, it's the way they dragged it out.
Yeah,
it's absolutely shocking. It is.
Money does
huge.
That.
What?
Money does that.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, you kind of missed them in Spiral. I know, it's kind of like watching Spiral was like watching a Friday the 13th movie without Jason Voorhees in it. You know, it just didn't work for me.
It felt like I know it was originally written as a Saw film, because that's what Chris Roll wanted to write his own Saw movie.
Yeah.
But for me, it came across like someone had given a script for a really interesting serial killer police procedural, and then they were like, "Oh, we'll just put Saw iconography in there and call it a Saw spin-off."
I will put any money in the world. I have a feel. I know what's going to happen with that franchise. I reckon they're going to do a Halloween with it. I think they're going to bring out another movie, and they're going to ignore all the sequels, bar the first one, and that's their way to bring Tobin Bell back into it. That's what I could see happening.
No, I swear I heard that apparently this next Saw film is going to be a prequel, all about Kramer becoming the crazy Jigsaw.
Did we not see that during?
Yeah, I know. I know. I was like, they've explained all of that. I don't understand.
No.
Tobin Bell was the best thing about those movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got Martin McBurney in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hi, Jason and Keith. Have either of you seen Samaritan with Stallone? Was really impressed. I've not seen that.
No, the trailer looked great. I have to admit, I was really impressed by the trailer of it.
Is that recent?
What?
Is it a recent movie?
Oh, it's Stallone's first kind of superhero movie.
Oh, so it's super recent, yeah.
Oh, it's like now.
Oh, all right, cool. Good to know. No.
Yeah, it's that trailer look great to it. I'm looking forward to it. Even though I am a little bit fatigued when it comes to superhero movies, but I have all the time in the world when it comes to Stallone.
Did you have? I don't know if you probably don't follow like just like pop culture news and stuff like that, but there was this interview with Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
Right. Just simping for Marvel because of course he will. But he was trying to compare the Marvel Cinematic Universe and criticize Star Wars as to why they're trying to basically say the MCU is really great and Star Wars, oh, it's become formulaic and it's a bit, I'm like, MCU is the most fucking formulaic thing you've ever fucking watch. Like, what are you talking about, Mark Ruffalo? What the fuck?
Yeah,
like, absolute idiotic statements.
Yeah, it's you can see it. You can see that the legs are getting tired. That's with the franchise. You can clearly see it.
I thought the legs were off a few films ago.
Yeah,
they had a massive hit with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was great. But I feel like when they came out and they were like, oh, Phase 4 is done. Like when they feel like they felt like they've just like really rushing for Phase 4, so it's finished. It's not going to end with an Avenger film, which is weird because all the phases ended with a big Avenger movie. Yeah. I feel like with Marvel right now, when Endgame came, because they had to plan all the way up to Endgame. Endgame happened. You killed Tony Stark. Captain America's gone. He's passed it on to Falcon. He's passed the shield over to Falcon. Obviously, Black Widow's dead. All these a lot of the big characters are just either dead or they're uninteresting. I thought Professor Hulk was one of the worst things ever. Anyway, I feel like after that they want to make you think they've got a plan, but they don't really have a plan.
No,
it's just like, oh, here's all these really weird projects. Here you go. This is
fun. Thor has become almost now comedic at this point now, where it's like Ellen went to see the latest Thor movie. She didn't like it at all. She wasn't great. Not so. So I'm not particularly looking forward to it now because me and Ellen do have similar tastes. So
it's getting harder and harder for me to want and go and see a Marvel film now.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Spider-Man was a given because it's fucking Spider-Man. There's it's not going to take me much to go and see a Spider-Man film, which I know it's Spider-Man. It's going to have some entertainment value. But when you've got, these other ones, Thor, didn't care. I watched Doctor Strange. I rented it off of Amazon, or I watched it on Disney Plus. Sorry, it was all right. It was okay.
That's what I felt. That's what I felt about it. I was like, it's good. It's okay.
The problem is they could have gone proper balls to the wall with it. I mean, mental crazy. But unfortunately, A24 already gave us that movie, and it was called Everything Everywhere All at Once. It was amazing.
Yeah.
If there's a fucking multiverse movie to see, it's that movie.
Yeah.
Like, so good. But yeah, I don't know. Aside from Spider-Man, because I knew Spider-Man was going to be special because of the rumors and whatnot, and it was amazing. It just like, let's just give the fans what they fucking want and give us a really. And I think it rounded out Peter Parker's character really well.
Absolutely.
And I think it set him up for a great kind of reboot trilogy of some sorts.
Yeah.
I think it done really well. So that done really well. But I feel like when it concerns the actual Marvel movies, I think they're kind of faulting. They're not sure what they want to do. And I think it shows.
I'm just trying to think of the Marvel. So what's Phase 4? I think Shang-Chi and Spider-Man. I think they were the two that I really enjoyed.
I really like Shang-Chi.
I think the rest of them were very mediocre. From with the ones I've seen anyway. So
it's crazy, to see the hype for the original Avengers in 2012. How much that movie was and what kind of event. Because I wasn't into the movies then. I didn't get into the movies until maybe after Age of Ultron. That's when I started to get some interest. But I remember the hype for the original Avengers and how it was a massive. It was like an event, like it was a phenomenon. This movie, and you look there. Go back. I know it's 3 phases ago, but you look how ravenous people were to see this movie.
Absolutely.
So now it's done nothing. You think it might have. It's got sky's limit. All we can do is go up. But I feel like I think it peaked with Endgame, and now it's doing this.
Yeah. It kind of had a high moment, and then, if the Endgame, then it kind of like you said, going down the slope. It had a bit of a beep with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and then it's just come back down again. So I'm, Disney are masters of it. They are the masters of just destroying franchises because they just keep putting too much out. Star Wars is gone. So Star Wars, in my eyes now, is dead because they just could not leave it alone. Too many. Like, I do like Rogue One. I thought it was a great movie. The Solo movie I enjoyed as well, but it was kind of unnecessary as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I understand, because I remember my friend Fraser, who's in the chat, he was like, "Oh, it's not really worth watching. It's kind of solely just woefully unnecessary."
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay," but I fancied watching it just to say I've seen it, kind of thing. And I actually enjoyed it more than I expected to.
Yeah.
And I understand why it's kind of unnecessary, but I thought it was a fun kind of sci-fi adventure film. I thought it was quite fun.
Yeah.
If you ignore it's meant to be a solo origin film, if you ignore that part, even though when they go, "Oh, what's your name, Han?" I'm like, really? We had to explain that fucking thing? What the fuck?
Wow.
You're on your own. Han Solo. Oh, fucking stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid writing.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. And I feel like the thing, I think what killed Star Wars, and obviously some people say Last Jedi because it did, fucking awful movie in my opinion. I think what Disney is getting wrong is I think all these TV series they're throwing out of Marvel is hurting the big movies.
Yes,
I think it really is because I don't care about these TV shows. Couldn't give a shit. I really couldn't care.
See, they were saying, they were talking about them Marvel movies, and they were like, we're going to put the TV shows out there. You don't have to watch them. They're not going to interfere with the movies. But having said that, I watched Doctor Strange. I haven't seen WandaVision, and I feel like I've missed out on something. When I watched Doctor Strange, I was like, right, I'm missing something here. You can clearly tell.
Yeah, because she's like, "Oh, you're here because of this." And I'm
yeah.
When did that happen? What were you talking about? Yeah,
I know.
It's almost like WandaVision was a prelude to Doctor Strange 2, because because my cousin's watched all the series, so he kind of fills me in. So Wanda becomes Scarlet Witch in the WandaVision show, and then it moves over to Doctor Strange 2, where she's like truly evil, isn't it?
But they did this thing as well. They did this weird thing, right? Did you see the end credit scene? At the end of Doctor Strange, where Charlize Theron comes into it.
I think I missed. I don't think I watched. I watched until the post credit.
Right. There's an end credit scene where Charlize Theron comes into it, and she says something about she looks like she opens this porthole and they go through it. She says that you've kind of interrupted something or some. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, they had this scene. She came into it, and I was like, okay, Charlize Theron now is a new character in the movie. And I was like, now, when are we going to see her? Because there's no Doctor Strange sequel being announced for the next 2 phases. So when are we going to see this Charlize Theron? When is that character going to come into play? It just all seemed a little bit pointless. I don't know. It's just, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie to you. It actually bores me even talking about it. That's how much I'm kind of sick of the whole Marvel franchise.
Yeah. But yeah, just to bookend this little conversation piece. Mm-hmm. They don't have a plan. It's clear. It's clear to me. They don't have a plan whatsoever.
No, definitely not.
Even at work, my manager, she doesn't really care too much about the Marvel stuff, but she watches it because her husband watches them.
Okay.
And they started watching that She-Hulk, and she was like, "It's awful." I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's just confirmation to me because it looked awful to me anyway.
Yeah, I thought it looked awful. Yeah, I thought it looked straight.
Oh yeah. I don't think they're gonna go back to the how hot phase 1 was. I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, no, that's never happened. Never.
Even though phase 1 wasn't perfect, like 4 was okay. It wasn't the best thing ever, but Marvel was really a hot property with phase 1, maybe phase 2 as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're gonna get. I think Endgame was so big because it was end of an era, and that's it was like everyone needed to go. It was like an event. It was the event of like the generation. Everyone needed to see that film.
Right.
But yeah, because I came out of that film saying, if they don't make any more of these, I'm happy. That ended really well.
And I wouldn't mind. It wasn't even the film that ended phase 3, wasn't it? Am I right in saying it was Spider-Man?
Yeah, Far From Home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of weird, to be fair. Anyway, I'm done with Marvel for the time being. Where are we? Comments. It's probably we probably can go for a multiverse to get through these comments. Sean Sheridan says, "Do you like serial killer movies? I love a good serial killer movie. Just a good study into the depraved mind."
It depends on the movie.
Yeah.
It does. I'm not going to start ranting about Henry again. I really wasn't a fan of that movie. I know there's a lot of love out for Henry, but yeah.
So when you say serial killer movie, because when I think serial killer movie, I think Seven. Is that a serial killer movie?
Yeah, that's a fair comment. Yeah, that's a great movie. Yeah, kind of like the Zodiac and all that, wouldn't you? Would you kind of call?
I've not seen Zodiac. I've got it, but I've not seen it.
Great movie.
Oh, what a serial killer movie! I'm trying to think. There is a film coming out. Well, it's an 80s slasher. I think 88 Films have announced a slasher collection. Is it Maniac?
Is it the one that came out from? Didn't say someone brought that out. Who brought Blue Underground? I think brought out a 4K release of that.
Yeah, I think
that Maniac movie there that you can see behind me. I can't think of the actor's name.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I think. Okay, they announced that, did they?
88 Films are putting it on their slasher collection label.
Okay.
So I might pick that up. Would you call that a serial killer movie?
Yeah, that'll be on them. I think one of them lines.
Because I always get confused between is a serial killer movie a film about the police trying to solve a puzzle and catching the serial killer, or is it about the serial killer?
Yeah, I think more. I presume I think you kind of hit the nail on the head with the 7. I think that's probably maybe that's what he's talking about. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I don't think he's talking about now. Like a Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th or anything like that.
Yeah. I do like those films, but I can't. My brain's gone dead. When someone brings up something to you, it's like, oh yeah, just can't think of anything. 7 is the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
With John Doe. Oh, what a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Playtender guy says, I do find a lot of movie executives just don't understand and kind of turn their nose up at video game movies. Okay, we're still back on this. I'm well behind. So they just turn them into dull affairs with very little to the source material. Yeah,
I agree.
I think what Hollywood forget is that the video games are popular because they're video games. They're interactive. Mm-hmm. So you can't just take a video game that is popular because it's a video game and expect it to be popular when you turn it into a film. It doesn't work that way.
See, you sometimes forget that as well when you kind of play like an Uncharted game. This game has 16 hours of story. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's very hard to kind of just crush it down into an hour and a half movie. So that's probably why it's so hard to adapt a video game to a movie.
This is why Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City baffled me even more, because they tried to crush two games into one story. Absolute lunacy.
Yeah, crazy.
And they did it badly, really badly. Where was I? I forgot. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You know, when Hollywood is out of ideas, when they take the board game Battlefield and turn it into a no, is it Battlefield? Was it Battleship? They take the fucking board game and turn it into a movie.
There you go.
What's worse?
They did make a game of. They made a film of Cluedo. In all fairness, back in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Fair. Have you seen a film called The Beast Must Die with Peter Cushing?
No.
Werewolf. So
no.
It's on the indicator label. You can get it on the indicator label.
No, I didn't see it.
Really good. I think it's from the 70s. Really good film. But it's kind of like Cluedo crossed with the werewolf movie. It's like Peter Cushing. He's convinced. He invites his people to this mansion, and he's always got outside of it. It's just this woods, this wilderness of woods. And he's like, I know one of you is a werewolf, and I'm going to find out. And it's about him figuring it out.
Wow.
It's so good. And it has an intermission where it's like, who do you think is the werewolf? So it asks you to kind of guess. It's
very good.
Really good. I really recommend that movie. It's like it's the werewolf film no one talks about.
Yeah, I never heard of it. So
it's really cool. It's got a cool name as well. The Beast Must Die. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Peter Cushing, it gets 10 points automatically. There you go. Boom. Where were we? Oh, we got the Movie Cheer podcast. Welcome to the stream. They say, "Hey gents, I hope you're both doing well." I'm doing fantastic. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm being weird. I'm being absolutely fucking weird. It's nice just to be weird and not care about all the things. I can't be weird at work. You've got to be very just like monotone and boring and robotic. But, you know,
bring it home to me.
Yeah, I'll bring the weirdness home. It's great.
Absolutely.
Lou says, seen Decker Shadow's rant on the Predator, and he was so right about it. But yeah, I don't let other point of views affect my choice in watching film. I tell you what, I don't mean just to be mean, but I stopped watching Decker Shadow like 5 years ago. Do you know that channel, Decker Shadow?
No, I can't say I do.
Oh, okay. It's another movie review channel, but he's one of those. He's the kind of reviews where they go through scene to scene. They just describe what's happened.
Okay.
And I used to like his channel. He used to be quite funny, but I got a bit bored of the formula after a while.
Okay.
I don't really watch those kind of channels anymore. But he's like this kind of lanky, long ginger hair kind of like guy.
Oh no, that doesn't ring a bell.
I think he's like. I don't know what his sub count is, but I think he's got quite a sizable audience, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow. Okay.
But yeah, did you like the Predator? I think you remember you did, right? The Predator. Yeah. Have you seen Prey yet?
No, I'm looking forward to it. But I won't watch it unless they bring out a physical copy, and if they don't, I'll never see it. I
got a feeling that film's trapped on Disney Plus. If I got a feeling for you,
is it? It is on Disney Plus, is it?
Yeah, that's how I watched it anyway.
Oh, fuck, right, okay.
It's 20th Century Fox, isn't it? And obviously they
yeah.
So think about it now, mate. Think about it. Disney fucking owned Alien, Predator.
Heartbreaking.
What other 20th Century Fox stuff? I don't know.
Oh, everything. Die Hard.
Die Hard, yeah, there you go, yeah. Die Hard, yeah, fucking everything, yeah.
Everything.
I always thought there was laws for companies for stopping big companies becoming monopolies, because Disney is becoming a fucking monopoly.
Yeah, I know. It's there. You know something? Even Disney now. Disney is even kind of like Marvel. I'm just sick of hearing of them. And Disney, fucking Disney did everything with Disney Plus,
and they're fucking evil as well. They're an evil company. They're an evil corporation. I'm not going to get political about this, but they are. That's all I'm going to say. There's this video that sums up all my thoughts in a video. It's not me doing it, but it's a video I found, and it's got like Mickey with fangs and red eyes. It just says it says Disney are the most evil corporation in the world, and it goes through its history of how fucking scummy it is, and it really opens to how fucking evil Disney are.
Right.
But yeah, if they didn't, it's a shame. I try to say I'm boycotting Disney, but they keep putting stuff out I want to watch, so I can't. Anyway, Dr. Impossible says, now, have you two guys ever seen a film called The Life and Times of Judge Roy Bean with Paul Newman and directed by John Huston? I have not.
No, definitely not.
I'm guessing we should, based on the comments.
Yeah. It doesn't even ring a bell, to be honest.
No, I've not heard of it either, to be honest.
No.
Sean Sheridan says, The Northman is a better version of The Lion King. Same story with Hamlet. Tom Hanks was fantastic in it. People smoking crack. Is that crack? People smoking crack with that opinion. I'm well confused. So, are you saying the opinion that The Northman is a better version of The Lion King is a bad opinion? I'm confused. Sean, we'll probably take about 4 years to get to your comment if you elaborate on that comment.
Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean. I'm being an idiot. You're probably being really simple, but I don't understand what you're saying. Platinum guy says, I watched Elvis, and honestly, I was disappointed. The first half was all over the place, but the second half was much better. But Tom Hanks was unfortunately the worst thing about it.
Yeah, I heard that. I've heard that. Sad.
Jules says, night, everyone. Speak soon. Soph, I love you. So, yeah. Jules saying night. That was probably ages ago, and yeah, I digress. The Movie Cheer podcast says, have either of you watched Day Shift, the new vampire movie on Netflix? It's a really entertaining film with some really fun fight scenes. I think has that got Jamie
Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. Now,
just to clarify, or for clarification, I've not seen these two movies I'm about to mention, but does this Day Shift has anything to do with the films Night Shift and Day Shift that came out in the late 2000s? No relation at all. Okay.
No.
Are those two films worth watching?
I don't know. I've never seen them, but I know these are not. This is not linked to them. Okay. No, this is yeah. I've seen the trailer to it now. I don't know. I thought it looked okay, but I'm not in a rush to watch it.
Fair. I might watch it if there's nothing else to watch. I might give it a go.
Is it a streaming movie?
Yeah, Netflix.
Yeah, well, there you go. I won't be watching that at all.
Is streaming for you just like a definite like I'm not doing it kind of thing, or
no? I won't pay for it. It's a no, absolute no.
Fair enough. I got Disney Plus a little while ago because I wanted to watch Obi-Wan, which ironically was the weakest of the Disney series.
Oh wow! Okay.
A lot of issues in my opinion.
Right.
Very very weak writing.
Okay.
And I think it goes against what has been established in the previous Star Wars movies in terms of Obi-Wan and why he was on Tatooine and stuff like that. It's just really the writing really irked me in it. And
I'm watching Creepshow at the moment, the TV show of Creepshow. Okay. There's actually an episode I only just watched it the other day. It's an actual Evil Dead episode.
Oh wow!
Yeah, where Sam Raimi actually gets possessed in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a great episode. It's a bit. The show is hit and miss. Some stories are good, some are terrible.
Is this the reboot series you're talking about?
Yeah. It's just It's on. It's coming. We've had 3 seasons so far. So I bought the first 2. I did. I'm on the second one now. And
you get it physical, yeah.
I bought them from Amazon France. I did.
Oh, okay, cool.
I did. So I got the first 2, and I think the third one is coming out in October, November. So hopefully we'll pick that up as well. I'm enjoying it. It's not as good as the movies. Naturally, it's not as good as the movies. But there's one story in it, Jason, I thought was quite brilliant. I think it was funny enough. I think it was the second story in season 1. It's about a young girl who has a dollhouse, but the dollhouse is haunted. It is.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was incredibly unique. So basically what she's doing is she opens the dollhouse and she has a family of dolls in this house. And every time she opens the dollhouse, the dolls are moving and the dolls are telling a story. You know, you'll see them on the stairs and them looking up and them frightened. And then you can see the entity up at the top of the stairs. It was very, very unique, an incredibly unique story, and it's definitely worth checking out.
Cool. I might have a browse and have a look about that. Are they affordable on Amazon France?
I paid €14 for the first season and €18 for the second.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
One thing I've learned with Amazon, especially when I was getting some of the midnight classic stuff from Amazon Italy, for the prices to ship it out is really good. I think I only paid like €3 to ship it to the UK. Like really good stuff.
It is good. It's very good. It's and like I said, you know, you can buy whatever you want as well.
Yeah.
And it'll always be that price tag.
Yeah.
You know, it never goes up, so it's good.
It's really good. It pales in comparison because I've got a couple of people that do trapped on digital bootlegs on Instagram, and one of the one person on there, I forget what they're called. They added me, and they're kind of a new kind of people that do them, and they had some stuff that I've not seen be bootlegged before, like that trapped on digital. I forget what particular things there were, but I was like, I'm kind of interested. I messaged them, and they wanted like $18 for shipping to the UK, and I'm like, that's about 12, 13 quid, and I'm like, I'm not paying that. I'm not doing it.
You're being, you know, that's it. The delivery is it's basically pricing you out. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I seen that movie was doing the rounds, the bootleg editions of Prey.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way I'll ever probably see that movie, is to get one of them.
I think Disney would be insane not to put that out on physical.
Oh, well, you know, I wouldn't imagine they will.
Well, they are insane, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was I going to say? See, I get really sad about really just out there postage costs, because there's this really good clothing line called Cavity Colors, and they're all like movie pop culture stuff.
Okay. And
I remember them doing this anniversary line last year for Godzilla. Like old school Japanese Godzilla, Toho Godzilla. Okay. Amazing line of shirts, right? But I was paying about 80 to 100 quid for 2 shirts just to get them shipped over.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, I can't justify it. Like,
yeah, like that Terminator set that I showed you there, and it's a very big set, and the weight of it is extraordinary.
Yeah,
but I think I paid around from Germany. I think I paid €15. And when you consider the size of it and the weight of it, €15 is a fucking great price. It really, really is. But when you see these companies and they're charging €16, €17 for one singular movie, where are they getting that money? Where is they getting that price from? It's ludicrous.
I remember, I don't know whether this was just like reactionary, but I do remember when England voted for to come out of the EU. I remember loads of reports of places like Germany and places like that, Germany, France, Italy. I don't think it's representative of it now, because I think things have calmed down. But when the UK voted for Brexit and we came out of the EU, all the European distribution companies were like going, right, we're going to fucking charge you out of the fucking arse now. Just out of spite. I think it was just out of spite. These European companies were just doing it out of spite. And I saw it because I'm big into my heavy metal. I've got a vinyl collection there. And I've bought, there's a label called Nuclear Blast. They put out albums from metal bands and stuff. I remember an album came out on vinyl, and it was a Nuclear Blast exclusive, so you only could get it from their website. And they're a German company. I remember going on there, and I just remember the vinyl was like €20 standard for a vinyl. Okay. They wanted about the same, if not a bit more. to ship it to the UK. They wanted about €25 to ship it out.
Right. Wow.
When it would usually only be about €8 to ship it out.
Right.
They almost like tripled their price point for postage just because we came out of the EU. It was really petty.
Jesus Christ.
But I think it's calmed down now, but it got a bit silly back in like 2016, 2017, something like that.
And the great news with me now as well is after getting that Dog Soldiers, it was great to kind of get that peace of mind now that I can actually buy directly from Second Sight now. They've obviously changed their policies where I won't get hit by customs charges anymore. I only found out recently about it, so I took a gamble on that, buying that set from Second Sight, and no issues whatsoever. And I managed to get it on the day of release as well, which is quite incredible.
How much did you pay for yours?
Dog Soldiers.
Yeah, just out of curiosity.
Oh, Jason, that's a question.
Was it
€51, maybe 52, something like that?
What's that in English pounds?
I think it might have been. I think it was around. If I'm remember correctly, I think it might be £40 for the item, and I think about maybe around £4 for delivery. So maybe around £44.
It's only because I saw some price inconsistencies. So I ordered mine from Zavvi, and thankfully it came with no issue. It came packaged, in good condition, nothing wrong with it. I paid £40. I pre-ordered it with Zavvi. I paid $39.99, which was the going price. But I noticed, because I was going to get it I usually go H&V for these things, right?
Okay.
And they wanted £45, which I thought was a bit weird.
Oh.
Usually they match.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know why they went like that. I could be wrong, but I swear they were charging a £5 extra.
No.
So that's why I decided to go with Zavvi for the cheap.
Yeah, absolutely. We found out as well. I think Amazon opened our first warehouses in Ireland there last week.
So do you have a Irish website?
No, I don't know if they are going. I don't think there's going to be an Amazon.ie. I think it's still going to be UK. But the difference now is we will probably be able to get 1-day deliveries now, which is pretty cool. And that's so that's going to be handy.
Are you a Prime member?
Yeah.
So you'd get
absolutely.
Delivery and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to be a Prime member, but for some reason it was a recurring thing where it'd be like, I'm only on Prime to get next day delivery. And every time I would order something, it'd be 2 days late. Sorry, we're late. Well, you should come in my fucking monthly pay then.
Yeah,
it got a bit of a joke, so I just cancelled.
Yeah, I'm having strange issues with Amazon at the moment when it comes to pre-orders, because they're not giving me. Sometimes they give me on the day of delivery, the day of release, but a lot of the time they don't. So what I have to do is I have to cancel my pre-order come midnight that night. I cancel my pre-order, and then I reorder it again so I can get it on the Tuesday instead of the Monday. Because if I actually keep the pre-order, it will be a week till I get it. But if I cancel the order, reorder it because it's Monday morning, and it's no longer a pre-order, you can actually order it, and I can get it in 2 days. It's absolutely ridiculous. I even contacted them once before about it, saying I thought it was absolutely stupid, and I just wanted them to explain to me why it's happening, and they couldn't explain it. And that's so it's again, fucking when it comes to these customer services, they're all useless no matter where you go.
I will say this though, in defense of Amazon, if you're given a guaranteed delivery date and they're late, and they will refund you because it's late, but if you receive it, you get it for nothing.
Oh, really?
You know the 88 Films Urban Legend set, the nice box set that came out. I had that on pre-order because I want to collect all those. I had it on pre-order. I was meant to get it on day release, guaranteed Monday, whatever the date was, and it got to the Wednesday and I didn't have it. So it goes, "Oh, it's 2 days late. You can request a refund." So I requested a refund, got a full refund back. That it turned up on the third. So,
Actually, someone just messaged me there the other day that the Species set on Amazon, I think it's gone down to €25.
I would say get it, but I've not actually checked out my box set yet.
Yeah, all right. I probably will pick it up.
I can't really say yay or nay yet. But I'm just liking how it's almost like a series they're doing. It just really well.
I've two of them so far, and they do go well together. So I need to pick it up. I'll probably pick up the Species one.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do next. Because I've noticed so far, at least the first film in these franchises are 90s. So I'm wondering if they're keeping it 90s and keeping.
Maybe.
I don't know what else we could get.
Maybe.
What could we?
Urban? No, we have Urban Legends. I don't know what they could. Actually, it'll have to be Sony as well, wouldn't it? Because they're all Sony at the moment. How is it all Sony? No, they're not Sony. Are they? Urban Legends is Sony, and so is I Know What You Did Last Summer. Is Species Sony?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
No, it's not. It's MGM Species. I don't actually know. I really don't know what they could bring out.
Something that has 3 movies or more, because that's kind of the pattern it's been.
Yeah.
Sophie says Scream, but we won't get Scream.
No, definitely not. That's MGM. Oh, not yet. That's Miramax. There's no way.
But it's weird because the reason why we haven't had a set with all 4 is because Scream 4 is owned by someone else who distributes it. So it's all separate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So
See, you know what you could end up getting? You see, this is the problem. You could end up getting, remember that movies like Skulls? The Skulls, remember that?
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. You'll probably end up getting eagerly bloody collections like that now or something. Because I have to admit, a Species, I would probably pick up because I don't have the first 2 of them on Blu-ray. As for the other 2, I really couldn't give a shit. And the Anaconda box set, I just couldn't buy it. I just don't like the movies at all.
I've got nostalgia for the first 2, so.
Oh really? I wasn't crazy about them.
Like it's the first film is one of those kind of like it's kind of bad, but I kind of love it at the same time. It's just one of those. For me.
John Voight drives me mad, and I fucking hate him in the movie. And that I think he got a Razzie for that movie. Funny enough, he did. Just didn't do it for me, unfortunately.
That's fair. I'm trying to think of what they could do. Obviously, I'm gonna put out Critters because that needs a UK box set. Some from someone.
I'm sure. I'm convinced that there's only a matter of time before Scream Factory does something with that. I can only imagine, but they haven't said that.
Critters,
Critters, yeah.
They've already done a set. They've already done a set.
They have Scream
Factory. They've already done a set, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've got it. Can you grab it for me?
Oh wow.
Because that's the first thing I bought when I got my Region 3 4K player.
Oh, okay. So they have done it. Okay, right, okay. Yeah. So would that not be the deluxe edition of that movie then? Of their movies?
Yeah, but I'll still double dip in the UK with this.
Yeah.
Because I'm a crazy person. No, it's just because I love these. Fun fact though, me and Sophie have been watching through these because she hasn't seen them. So we've watched them through them all. And I used to like the most recent one, which is Critters Attack. Came out in 2019. We tried to watch that about 2 days ago. I used to like it. I don't like it anymore. Like when you watch them back to back, when you watch them very close together, everything that makes Critters great does not exist in that movie.
Right.
It's fucking weird. It's so like fucking just not good.
Right. I never knew that.
I have more respect for Critters 4 now. And the Critters only are in it for about 5 minutes of screen time.
Brilliant.
It's a better movie than Critters Attack.
Unbelievable.
I recommend this set, by the way, Keith. If you can
I don't have a Region 3 player.
Oh man. They made brand new documentaries for each film as well.
Yeah, I kind of figured they would. Yeah.
They're really insightful. But that artwork's awesome though. Love the artwork.
Yeah, it is actually it is really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, first thing I got when I was able to play Region 3 Blu-ray. First thing I bought, man. Oh, this and the Friday the 13th set. I had to get that as well.
I actually have that Friday the 13th set. I can't really watch it.
Just nice to have though, isn't it?
Just nice to have it. It's very easy to get a Region 3 player. And I will pick one up someday. Yeah,
I think because I could have got one quite cheap for about 100 quid, £100. But then I was just like, well, I'd rather have it an all-in-one player, like so I can play 4K. So I found one on eBay. It was a LG 4K player, but it's got the ICOS chip, which allows you to switch region.
Yeah,
it was like £250. You know,
okay.
I said, you know what? That's doable. So I just did it.
Yeah. The reason why I haven't picked up a Region 3 player yet is because I want to get one that's similar to my Panasonic one that I have here. I don't want to have two players. I just want to have the one. So it has to be one that rivals the player that I have here. So I'm just waiting for the right player to come along.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah, I just want to show this that I got. I've not seen this film before, but to tell a bit of a story beforehand. So I go in I go in the charity shops, right?
Okay.
And sometimes if I find something I don't really care about watching, but I know it's got value where you can trade it in and get some money.
Okay.
You can do that. So there was a game. Have you heard of the skate games?
What are they called?
Skate.
No.
Skate. They're skateboarding games. So Skate 2, you can get Skate 2 on Xbox. I found it in the charity shop, 50p.
Okay.
I went to CEX and they gave me £10 voucher for it. So I made like
wow,
my money over and over again. And this was £12. So in theory, I only spent £2.50 in theory. And that's the 4K limited set of Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, it's a lovely set. I do love that set.
Never seen this film either, so this would be a first time watching.
Wow. Talk about a movie of two halves. You have the first half that's one movie, you have a second half that's completely different. It's what a movie. And a great set as well.
Yeah, it's complete because I always get a bit worried with these sets with CEX because you never know what. Because I've seen sets where it's meant to have something there, like a book or something.
Yeah.
And someone will trade it in without the book, but they'll still take it, so it'd be incomplete. Right. But this is complete. What's that?
Show me the back of it. Are you missing a J card?
Oh, I've got it. I just don't have it on.
Oh, very good. Right. I was just wondering, was there a J card? But yeah.
Plus the CX sticker kind of tore it off, like almost tore it off from the J card.
Okay.
Ruined J card. I hate J cards anyway.
Yeah. But, really? Okay. Well, I'm not a fan of them, but I'm also a completionist. I need them there. If they're there, I need them. You know.
People are going to cringe because I folded it up to put it in the case, but it is there.
Right.
I remember I did a video ages ago. I spoke about my dislike for J cards, and I folded it up and put it in the case. I had a comment saying like my heart sunk when I saw Jason fold up the J card. Like I think I killed someone by doing it. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I don't care about J cards.
I'm going to show you something here, right? I'm going to actually open this Terminator set, and I'm going to show you one of the reasons to why I wanted to get this set. But like that, when you open the box set up, that's actually what's inside it.
That's
so
awesome.
you got the 3D version there, you got the 4K version, and then there's this giant box here, and it was this giant box to why I wanted to get this set, and I'm going to show you now exactly why I wanted to get it. So check this out. Right.
This is everyone. This is a Jason Brett exclusive. we're getting a Euphoria Pictures preview.
Right, as you can see, it's kind of like a jewelry box.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then when you open it up.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
And I'm not kidding you. The weight of this yoke, it weighs an absolute ton. It is. I desperately wanted it for this.
You're going to plug it in. You Plug it in for us.
Put in my head. But it's that's one of the reasons to why I want to pick up this set. It's absolutely. I'm not gonna. It actually just. And I wouldn't mind. It even has it. You can actually put it in a way where you can actually have it sitting up in the case as well.
Cool.
It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Because I know they brought out the 4K Terminator 2. Then I think they did a reissue of it. Is the transfer? Is the transfer still terrible?
No. They never done a reissue on the 4K transfer.
Oh, okay.
No, it's.
I must be getting confused. I must have been getting.
No. They only brought. They done it once. It looks crap. I think the big win for this collection here for me is the 3D version that's included. So I didn't actually own the 3D version, and all that. So that was cool to get that. It was
awesome. Have you got room for it?
I have room.
Oh, you found a spot for it.
Oh, I've already found it. Yeah, sure. I found it the minute I bought it.
Do you ever there's going to be a point where you're going to have no room in that space, right?
Well, not really, because I think what people keep forgetting now is when I done my last video, I have 2 movie rooms now.
Oh,
yeah. So
I
whenever I rent out a room in here, I have another room for it all to go into. So I'm good for a couple of years anyway. Once I don't start buying too many more busts, I should be okay. But the busts, I'm kind of taking a break away from the busts now to kind of maybe focus on a bit more of these kind of deluxe editions that I'm buying, these one-click editions. But again, it's very selective. It has to be like Forrest Gump that I showed off last week. Absolutely extraordinary set. Even though, oh my God, I came so close to taking that video down. I was so close to that. Oh, I was getting bashed all over the place.
Sorry, what video was it?
Forrest Gump.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that video, if I'm honest.
Right, no, because it's the Forrest Gump edition that I have. It's the same box set as the Terminator one here I showed.
Okay, yeah.
But in the Forrest Gump set you actually get 3 versions of the movie. There's 3 thick sets of the movie. You get 2 Blu-rays, you get 1 4K release of it. And I made the mistake of where I bought it. I mentioned in the video where I bought it. Now, I never talked about money. I never talk about money on my videos. And a lot of people went straight onto the website and seen how much I paid for it. And I just got an absolute fucking bashing. I was so close. I actually rang John. And I told John, will I take it down? And John talked me out of taking it down.
I don't understand people, because what you spend on the things, what you spend your money on is nobody's concern.
Well, what these people completely miss by, what they completely skip by with that Forrest Gump edition, there is only 400 in the world. It's limited to 400 editions, sorry. And they just skipped past that. They didn't want to look at that bit. All they focused on was the fact that it was a box set. It had 3 editions of the same movie. Even though the 3 editions were completely different, everything you got in them were completely different. Yeah. It was just an absolute pure deluxe edition of it. And so they looked past the they didn't look at the rarest, the fact that it was so rare. They also looked past the fact that I said in the video it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Mm-hmm. And I was willing to spend anything to get it. But no, sometimes people, they just hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, I've got an example of a set like that. Do I need it? No. Is it really, really expensive? Yes. And if I had a chance to buy it, would I? I wouldn't even breathe. I would just be unmouldering that shit. Okay. So in Japan, there's this ultimate collector's set for Godzilla. It's every Toho Godzilla film, all lined up in these beautiful kind of almost like media book sets. Oh wow! From 1954 all the way to Godzilla Final Wars, 2004 movie. So it's like the Marvel cinematic set we've got, where it's all like laid out. Kind of looks like that, where it's all like in media books. It's got the plastic scene on top, but it comes with a Godzilla 1954 replica mask, the head. And online at the moment, it goes for about $2,000. But there's only 100 in the world. There's only 100 of them.
Wow.
If I come into $2,000 and I want to just indulge, I'm gonna be fucking buying that shit. I don't care. People go, you're paying too much for films you can't watch because there's no English subtitles and there's a helmet you can't even wear. Don't give a shit. Don't care. Fucking buying it, mate. Like,
I think people kind of forget that. You know, at the end of the day, it is your money, and how you spend it is your own business. I put that Forrest Gump video up, and it was just for the first hour. I was just getting a barrage of bullshit. But then when my subscribers, my friends start getting in, they all love this and appreciate it because they're all great friends, great collectors. And but then I kind of went, right, I'll put it on Instagram. Because Instagram is safe, isn't it? You're gonna have no trouble on Instagram. And within 5 minutes of it being on Instagram, one person come on and off we went again. Telling me that it's a waste of money, this, that, and the other, and I was like, wow, I'm even getting it on Instagram now. It was just one of them days that I was just getting it everywhere.
So the whole term waste of money is such a nothing term. It's such a nothing thing to say because there's people that will buy a brand new car for $10,000 when they don't even need a brand new car. Right. Well,
it's a great point, Jason, because someone actually did leave a comment. A friend of mine, obviously was reading some of these comments before I actually did take them down. But he obviously did read them, and he went, "How many people out there every year go out and buy the new Apple phones and the new Samsung phones?" And
that's a great point.
And you know what? And I don't question it. It's your fucking money. You do whatever you want. That's your. I'm a massive passionate movie collector and all that, and if you don't get it by now, then do not be part of my channel, because if you don't get it, you're never going to get it with me. Like these people that they were kind of saying, oh my god, you have three versions of the same movie in one box set, and I was like, Ross, so you've never double dipped in your life on a movie. What's the difference? I can't see the difference. I honestly can't see the difference. I don't know. I really, it was a sad thing. It was a bad day in the office.
Oh man, the internet, man, the internet, clown world, people. Clown
world.
It's just like the hypocrisy. That's what it is. Because something that come along that they really want, that they can spend the money on, that they will spend the money on. That somebody outside might go, well, it's a bit much and I wouldn't have bought it myself. And it's a bit of you could put your money elsewhere. Yeah, you probably could, but you do what you want with your own money. Like if you've got the money.
People say, you can put your money by for something else. And I was like, well, I did put my money by. I'll put my money by to get this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it's they're obviously, like I always look at it, they're not collectors. If they were collectors, then they'll understand and they wouldn't be questioning why I done what I done and why I put these releases.
The thing that confuses me is if they're not collectors and if they don't love collecting physical media, why the fuck are they on your channel in the first place?
I don't know. I don't know. There was one fella to come on. His name is Arsenal 94 or something like that. I can't think of his. But he used to be on my YouTube channel, and every now and again he would leave a comment. Now he was definitely subscribed to me, and every now and again he would come on, and every comment was very negative. If you talk about a movie that you love, he will instantly put down, "I hate it." You'll just disagree with everything you say, and that's fine. You can have your own opinion, but then all of a sudden it was just constant negativity, and then he was the person that come onto Instagram and started slamming me about the Forrest Gump set, and I was like, right, I'm cutting this fella completely out of my life now. I'm done. So I just blocked him.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of about these people that say waste of money, why you doing this? You could put your money elsewhere. Blah blah blah. I think they're just jealous people that don't have the money to buy the things they want, so they attack people that can do that.
Well, someone turned around and said, "What's the point of buying these things when you can't take them with you?" But in that case, then what's the point of buying a house or buying a car or buying anything for that matter? You can't take it with you, so what's the point?
Yeah, but if I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that that thing when they go, "You can't take it with you." But I mean, life is for living, mate. Life is for living. Why the fuck? You know, I mean, look, I'll give you an example. When my dad died, right? Obviously, fucking worst day of my life. I looked at my whole collection and I was like, I don't need all this fucking shit. It doesn't, like, I just say myself, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gone. This, it's not going with me. Who gives a shit? Like, I was angry. I was, grieving, all that. My mum just said, why would you do that? Why would you get rid of it all? You're living your life. This brings you joy. Continue doing it. My dad would want you to enjoy your life and enjoy the things that you like. This is what you like, movies. You love movies. You want to collect movies. Continue doing it. Don't throw it all away because of the inevitable. It's silly.
Yeah, I know.
It's for living.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When people try and say, why do you have all this stuff? You can't take it with you. Well, you can't take your money with you either. you know what I mean? So it's so like, what's the point in breathing? It's it's one of those things that
Why breathe, Keith? You can't take oxygen with you either.
I wish people would just understand. My channel. I don't have a channel to. I absolutely do not want to offend anyone. And if they get offended because I'm showing such deluxe releases off, I'm so sorry. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make people aware of these editions. They're out there if you want them. But unfortunately, you do have these people that they just want to be nasty for the sake of being nasty.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be fucking controversial here. Like, this is on fucking stream. No one gives a fuck if you're offended. I don't care that you're offended, guys. If I buy a set you think it's a waste of money, I couldn't give a fuck. Like, grow a pair, man. Fucking hell. Like, don't be like. Sorry, I get angry because these people are wasting your money on stuff. Yeah, I was like, fuck off. Who cares? I'm offended that you bought this Blu-ray. Be offended, people. Couldn't give a fuck. I'm living my life. I'm having fun.
It's a hard thing, It's a hard thing. It's you try to. It's I don't think people realize how. And I've learned to do it. Where you literally have to bite down in your hand and go, and say, thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. Instead of saying, fuck off, and get a life. You just can't. You can't interact with them. Don't give them an inch because that's what they want. And I did it on Instagram. I got caught on a web of this fella getting onto me. And I was just digging myself deeper and deeper and deeper. I was getting nowhere. Nothing I said to this fella made sense to him. I told him that it's my favorite movie of all time. I don't care. I said it's Tom Hanks, another great movie. The set is very rare. Nothing I could say to get through this fella. And I
wouldn't have even entertained it. I would have just left the comment. I wouldn't have even replied, to be honest.
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
I made the mistake.
This is the thing, we all go to work. We all trade our time for money. We should be able to spend that money on whatever the fuck we like. That's it. That's it. And as long as you're not hurting people physically, that's how it should be.
No, I'm very proud of my collection. My friends and my family and the bulk of my subscribers don't think it's a waste of money. And you know what? That's all that matters to me.
Yeah, I always look at your videos. I'm just like, that's a fucking awesome collection, man. Like, I just think of like the man hours and the time that you've, because I can tell you've worked hard to get the money to afford that collection. It's not landed on you on a plate, has it? It's not just like, oh, great collection. Like, you've worked hard, you've honest work, proud. Boom. Don't let anyone say anything else. Fuck it.
Absolutely. It's if you can't afford these things, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry for showing them. I'm not going to be sorry for me buying them. I'm sorry that you can't get them. The people that get jealous about it. I don't know what to say to you. So I really don't. But just don't take it on me.
I say as well, like if you really want these things, if somebody really wants something, they will do what they can to save the little money they have to get it. People will.
Yeah.
Or you be me and just use fucking finance options because I'm terrible.
Anyway, around.
But I use these finance options because it allows me to spread the cost, which is helpful for me.
Yeah. Did I see right as well? Did I see Zavi? Am I seeing that correctly? Do Zavi actually do that as well?
I think so.
I think there's actually a financial plan on Zavi where you can pay the item over like 3 or 4 payments or something like that.
You can do that with PayPal as well. That's what I do. Is pay.
Wow, okay.
So you can spread the cost over 3 months.
Okay.
But it's got to be something that's £30 or more, or whatever it is, €30 or more.
Right.
But like, I got a new TV and the new Xbox from Curry's. Do you have Curry's in Ireland?
I do indeed.
Yeah. So I got that over a 2-year plan.
Oh, very good.
Like 50, I think I'm paying like £58 a month.
So you got the new Xbox?
Yeah, Series X, yeah.
Did you get the new Xbox because you couldn't get the PlayStation 5?
No, I got the new Xbox because I had the Xbox One X, but the HDMI socket broke, and it was going to cost me £100 to fix. Yeah, I thought I'm just gonna get the new one.
Right. Okay.
I will get the PS5 at some point.
I'm a bit. Well, I'm not concerned. I was a bit concerned. I'm not concerned anymore because we seem to be getting a good dose of games now coming out in the next couple of months. Actually, The Last of Us now is coming out in a week.
The remake.
You know what? I'm not going to get into this. You know, that people saying, you know, the £70 price tag, and you know, it's, to me, the game is the same game. It just looks like part 2 now.
Yeah.
Win for me. That's to play The Last of Us, and it looking like The Last of Us 2
in 4K as well. In 4K.
Happy days. Yeah, win. It's I'm getting it day one. If you don't like the price tag, don't buy it.
Yep, I agree. I definitely agree.
1 second.
Vote.
No, I'm here. Talk away.
I was going to say, to people that are just whinging, vote with your wallet. If you don't want to buy it at that price, wait a year and get it on clearance. Serious.
Funny enough, I think it's going to be one of them games. I do think it's going to go down quite quickly. I do. I think a lot of people will hold off buying this. And I think you'll see it maybe in around a month or two. For maybe half.
It's going to be great for me in a couple of years when I finally get a PS5. Everything will be on fucking sale. Jumping back to the comments, Sean Sheridan says, "I agree. Salvation is the only one warrants being a movie after 2. Only one that goes to the war. The rest are lazy. Wash, rinse, repeat." That's really hard to say. Of the first 2, Dark Fate was decent. I didn't like Dark Fate whatsoever.
I didn't mind Dark Fate. I have to admit, I didn't mind it. You know what, Jason? I'm one of these people that I think I spoke to John. Funny enough, John over at Mondo. The Terminator movies, I always found some sort of enjoyment from them all. If I'm being completely honest, I don't hate them. You know what I mean? But Genesis is it's borderline. It's borderline. But Salvation should have been the way they went. We should have got to see more of that future war.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I wanted to see, them, getting to the point where you're going to see Kyle Reese getting sent back. I wanted to see all that. It's we're never going to see it now, and the franchise is dead.
Yeah, they fucking Dark Fate lost 200 million.
Oh, it's a serious
amount. Holy shit. I think I saw a video by a channel called Cordery X. No, Cordery FX. It's an Australian dude, really good channel. And he did a video about explaining how Arnold Schwarzenegger's success basically indirectly killed the Terminator franchise. and his points were quite valid. I can't actually remember all the points, but as Schwarzenegger became a massive star, the weight of his stardom kind of waned on the Terminator franchise, and it kind of killed the franchise in that regard.
Oh, you're right.
No, I don't like. I feel like Terminator Genesis, in a way, kind of like it's almost taking a piss out of itself, because like the T-800 is all like,
yeah.
I know it's a gag from a deleted scene from T2, but they go too far with it, and it's like this is meant to be like a serious killing machine. Now it's all like, I'm old now.
It's not even him that bothered me. It's just like right from the get-go. I'll give the pluses to that movie. I thought Jason Clarke as John Connor was great. I really like Jason Clarke. I think he's a great actor, and I thought he was good as John Connor. But my God, Emily Clarke, and I love Emily Clarke. I'm a big fan of her. But Sarah Connor, no, absolutely not. And that gobshite that played Kyle Reese in it, what's his name?
I've forgotten his name, but he's like the most uncharismatic actor ever.
Yeah, terrible, just a terrible bit of casting in that movie. And Terminator now, there's just too many branching timelines going on now. It's absolutely crazy.
I just feel like Terminator 2 was a rehash. No, sorry, Terminator 3 was a rehash of 2. They're trying to grab the success of 2. They keep rehashing the same.
They can't do it.
Structure. And
when will these people realize that you cannot improve on perfection? That's it. You can't. Terminator 2 cannot be done. It's just too good. And it is, and they never will get that. They'll never, you'll never make a good movie. Like, it's amazing. Not one Terminator came remotely close to T2. It's shocking. It's I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of happy now that Dark Fate did bomb, because now it's over. Now we don't have to see any more of these movies, because that's why I wanted to see more Salvation, because at least with them movies, we would have been seeing something different instead of the same old rehashed bullshit. They send the Terminator back, the villain comes back as well. All of a sudden, the villain has different upgrades. They always seem to get better and better. It's. I'm sorry, but not better and better. The TX or whatever it was in Terminator 3 was a downgrade from the fucking T1000. Fucking downgrade. There'll be nothing cooler than fucking the T1000, man. Like, that was a fucking liquid metal, fucking cool as hell, right? Every time I watch that movie, it still looks fantastic. The CGI just looks great on it. I went to an Arnold Schwarzenegger marathon back in like 2014, 2015. There's this bit, and everyone laughed, and I kind of was like, "Oh, I get it." It's the bit where the T1000 is like, the parents give the picture of John Connor. He looks at it, and he's like, "It's a good-looking boy. Do you mind if I keep this picture?" And he kept, the whole theater just laughed their heads off. I'm just like, man, that's wrong. That's just like, no. Wow. That was a great experience because everyone was there to see Arnie, because it was an Arnie marathon. Yeah, of course. The lineup was great as well. It was the lineup was Conan the Barbarian, brilliant, the Terminator, Predator. What else was it? Total Recall, which is my favorite Arnie movie. Wow. And it closed the night off with T2. Wow, what a night. When Arnie enters frame for the first time, the whole theater just erupted in cheer. It was great. I love that. I love a bit of atmosphere in the cinema. You don't see it too often. And there was a bit where... Sorry, Jason. Sorry, go on. No, I was just going to say that just you named out them movies. And I think it's a testament to how great Schwarzenegger was when you can actually name another 6 phenomenal movies that you could have put in there as well. It's incredible. I think they did because I think it was like April time or something like that. I forget when it was, but I think the year after they did a sequel, Arnie Marathon. And it was like a different one of the films.
I think it was like more of his I want to say obscure films, but I think I might be wrong with that description. But it was like Red Heat, Raw Deal, those kind of films.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to sit down and watch Commando and Red Heat and The Running Man, all that.
Oh, one of my favorites. Fucking love Running Man.
Yeah. All that stuff. That sounds like a great night to me.
Here's Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. I fucking love that movie. That movie is just full of fucking just Arnie quotes.
Yeah. See, it's finally getting an official 4K release now. I have it on 4K from Germany, but it is coming out now. Finally. It is.
That's day one for me. That's fucking day one.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me wonder though. I said that I think I was with Soph in HMV. And then the 4K section, you can get Terminator 2 on 4K, which is fine, but apparently it's a terrible transfer. You can get Terminator Salvation on 4K. It's pretty decent, but did it need a 4K? Not really. You can get Terminator Dark Fate on 4K. I didn't like it. It's shit. What the fuck does Terminator Dark Fate and Terminator Salvation have 4Ks before the original fucking Terminator? Someone explain it to me. Someone explain it.
No, I can't. There's no explaining it. It's unexplainable. Simple. It's
weird because surely you'd have probably the whole franchise in 4K or a box set or something. But it's Terminator 2, Terminator Salvation, Terminator. It's not even in an order.
You see, that Terminator franchise will never get a set together because it's all different studios over the years have owned that franchise. It'll never happen.
We're so behind on these comments, man. But it's been
all
really
right.
good.
We got a quarter to go through them then.
I might just skip some that we've already covered stuff because I think we're going to see like repeated topics that we've been about. But Kai's in the chat. Hello, Kai. How you doing? How you doing? We're doing good. This is like almost 2 hours ago. This comment. But when have we not been super behind the comments? It's the way it is, right? And I'm not going to make myself feel bad for not getting through them all because it's just impossible at this point. So yeah, just let you know everybody is still watching. I'm skipping stuff that we've already gone over because it's just going to be rinse and repeat otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's referring to, so I'm not going to talking to each other. Sean Sheridan says Candyman 3 is 0 out of 5 movie. Save 90 minutes of your life. Good to know.
Happy days. Happy days. I was never going to watch it anyway, but it's good to know anyway.
I mean, I don't let people's reviews sway my opinion, but I trust that is kind of accurate.
there is certain movies.
Name Star says Unbreakable is my favorite Shyamalan film by far. Really like that film. Andy says even though it's not considered one of his best, I'm a big fan of The Village.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't like it now. If I'm being completely honest.
I've not seen it, but I know the big twist at the end. So I can't speak the movie. Fraser, mate Fraser has elaborated. Sean Pertwee in Equilibrium is the father overlord dude who actually is dead but still giving laws. Spoilers. Okay. Ignore me. Because I always think of the big overlord dude in V for Vendetta that's screaming at the council. Do you know what I'm talking about in V for Vendetta?
Yeah, I know. That's
who's that?
John Hurt, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I think it's John Hurt.
But when you said Overlord, I'm like, I keep thinking of him going, yeah. Oh, V for Vendetta, man, what a movie! I love that film.
Great film, great movie.
Mate Fraser says, I watched all the Hellraiser films and almost all the ones after 3 I toilet. Brilliant review. Toilet. Never heard of a film described as toilet before. Brilliant. So I'm jumping through comments, guys, because I don't want to be repeating ourselves about the same stuff.
Yeah.
This is an interesting comment. Lou says, been watching Sweet Home on Netflix. It's not bad. It's based on a webtoon that's based on a video game from the NES. that Resident Evil was also based on.
Okay. What's it
I think
called?
I've heard Sweet Home.
Sweet Home. Sweet Home.
I think
It
it's
does sound familiar. It does sound actually familiar.
yeah, because I think Shinji Mikami, who made Resident Evil, he was originally asked to remake Sweet Home from the NES to the PlayStation.
Ah, right. Okay.
He decided. I don't know what happened that he decided not to, but I think he decided not to. And
Right.
That's when so he takes I think he took a lot of elements from that game, and that's what made it into Resident Evil.
Right. Right.
Something along those lines, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Video game history is not the best. Awkward silence. Making noises for no reason. Dr. Impossible says there's one film made by Hammer that people have totally forgot about, and that's a rather good psychological thriller called Straight On Till Morning.
Straight On Till Morning.
Worth a watch, apparently.
Sounds familiar.
It sounds like the Peter Pan phrase.
Second star, straight until morning.
Yes, Sophie's a massive Peter Pan fan, so she's like geeking out over there, quoting it and everything. Lou says praise worth watching. It's not bad. Yeah, it was okay.
I haven't heard a bad thing about it.
I didn't love it, but it was okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. I'll let you be the judge, of course. People talking to themselves. Everybody's talking in the comments. We're so behind. 3 hours almost behind in the comments.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Huh?
Did you say we're 3 hours behind?
Oh, no, I'm taking the piss now. We're as I'm scrolling through, like I'm looking at a comment now from Dr. Impossible. It's like 10:05. It's 10:47. So.
No, I just realized that you said 3 hours ago, and I was like, wait a minute, the stream is only on for 2 hours 36 minutes. So yeah, I should have picked up on that.
Get to the chopper, do it. I'm talking nonsense now. Dr. Impossible says, I'm touching nearly 3,000 DVD and Blu-ray titles, but I'm more driven by archive TV and more back catalogue studio films from Kino, Shout Factory, etc.
I have to admit, I after getting them Kino movies, the 4 that I picked up, what a studio. Wow, if them 4 movies are anything to go by, the work that these guys put into them. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Are they quite accessible to price-wise?
Yeah. It depends on things. You can get them on Amazon.com.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, sorry. You can get them on Amazon.com, but unfortunately, there will be a customs charge and there will be a delivery charge as well that's quite high. And, one movie could end up working out nearly €40, if I'm being completely honest. So it depends. It depends on the movie. I think if it's something I really, really want, I will pay that money.
It really frustrates me because I really want the. I know they put out a 4K of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
I have it, yeah.
Kino Lorber. I want that, but
there's a company. I don't know if you've seen the video, but there is a movie company, HD Movie Source in America. It's a family-run business.
Yeah,
well, they actually sent me 4 free titles from Kino Lorber.
Wow.
And it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Great Escape, Hard Target, and Misery.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
That's really generous of them as well. Wow.
Yeah, they wanted to. They've never shipped to Ireland before, and they wanted to see could they do it without having any customs issues and all that. So the way they do it, they put it down as a gift, and then they put down the price. The price of each movie is only like €4. So they keep it under the €20 price tag, so you don't get a customs charge, and that's something like that.
So you was their beta tester in a sense.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, absolutely. And I was more than willing, I can tell you. Nice family, though. Really nice family.
Judgment Impossible says, Keith, just ignore the criticism. I would, but that's just me. Totally agree.
Yeah, it's not.
It can be hard. When you're bombarded, it can be difficult.
But... Yeah, it's absolutely. He's right though. He's absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I honestly can't agree with it more because you're giving them what you want, what they want.
Yeah, and like I've noticed this stream. I've got no problems with this stream. No idiots. I'm not going to say the T word because I'm trying not to give attention to it. I've had no idiots. It's all people that I know that I've seen in my streams before that give really cool questions or good comments on stuff. But I've seen other people's streams like Pete, Playtendo guy. Yeah. Yes, people just savage. The problem is, like I try and say to people, as soon as you engage with these idiots, it's never going to stop.
No.
So. Just don't engage.
Right.
I think with me, I'm quite. You get what you see with me, and I think these people that try and be idiots on my streams or on my comments, I think they've realised that I don't give a shit, and they're not going to get a reaction from me, so they just stopped. That's the best way. Just don't give these people.
I think I maybe just. I think Ellen said it to me numerous times. I'm way too. I can be very sensitive. And I don't like bullies, and I just can't. Sometimes that I feel that sometimes you feel that if you don't answer back to them, you're letting them win. You're letting them bully you, but it is the right thing to do. It is, but like sometimes it just it's hard sometimes but you do have to bite your tongue. Or bite your fingers. Yeah, should I say?
Like I see the Soph as well because Soph's had issues with she's been bullied in comments from just twats on streams when she's trying just to be a nice commenter on like Pete's stream or someone's stream, and she'd have idiots like basically just like taking the piss out of her and stuff. And obviously she gets upset sometimes, and I'm just like, the best thing you can do is just laugh at them because they are actually pathetic. Like because I'll get a comment on one of my videos going like, you're fucking stupid, or fucking your collection's stupid, or a waste of money, whatever, whatever bullshit comments. I'll just go, that's cute, delete. But I don't care. I laugh at them because it's just they don't have anything going on in their lives. And for them to do that, you can tell that they're just like jealous. They're jealous of what you have, and they're probably jealous that you can come on your platform and talk about stuff, and they want to derail that. But no, I'm just going to laugh at you, and I'm not going to bother. Nothing's going to derail me.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comment. See you later.
I'm just looking at. Sorry, I was always meant to say this as well for Dr. Impossible.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he does want to, because I always do this. I'm doing it a lot now on my channel, to a lot to my subscribers and that. What is your name? Does anyone know his name?
I don't know.
Has anyone asked his name? Because he does leave comments on my videos, and he's always on these streams, and it just doesn't seem right that we don't know his name. So if you're not okay giving your name, please, that's fine. But if you don't mind, please write it down, put it down.
But he has the best name on YouTube.
Yeah, I know.
He has the best name. It is the best name. Oh, I missed a comment. Peter's gone, but this was like ages ago, so he's probably long gone. But he did ask, what are some of your favourite Willem Dafoe performances? I don't think I've seen much with him in, if I'm honest with you.
I've got one.
Soph's got one. What is it, Soph?
Boondock Saints.
Soph votes for Boondock Saints. I've not seen that film, so I can't.
I've not seen it.
Yeah, I've got it on Arrow, but I've not seen it.
Platoon. I love Platoon. I love him in that Platoon.
I've not seen that.
Oh, you've never seen Platoon?
Oh no!
I own it.
Wow.
I've not seen many war films, if I'm honest. It's not really a go-to genre.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah. Platoon always kind of sticks out for me. I really want to see that Lighthouse. I do.
I've seen this quite divisive. Some people love it. Some people just really. It looks a bit too artsy-fartsy for me, so I have no interest unless someone convinces me otherwise. Sometimes some people can be like, "Oh, it's worth watching because of this reason," and I go, "Okay, that's interesting." But it might be good. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm very particular with some films like that, and
it's all black and white.
That's right, yeah.
It's all black and white, and Just two guys going mad in the lighthouse, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Then the star says, "Hell, I still use charity shops for many buys. People can stuff it if they don't like where I shop. If it doesn't affect them, their opinions mean now. But buy what you want with what you have and enjoy."
Absolutely.
I like to say, my mum always says this to me as well, because sometimes we always can overreach with our spending and stuff like that. But you live within your means. There'll be no issues then. You live within your means. And no one can say fuck all. Obviously, you get people that live outside of their means, and you get people going into debt and all this kind of stuff. But again, that's still also even those kind of people. That's none of your business. It's no one else's business. Whatever. But these people that come onto your video and go, "You're wasting your money," they're telling you what to do with your money. They can get fucked. That's it. Simple as that. Really. I'll go to work.
Am I missing something here? Because I'm just when you read that comment out, is there some sort of is there a thing with people be getting shit over buying from charity shops? Or is there it's just the way the comment, the way that they put it out there? It seemed like it was almost like wrong to buy in charity shops. I
wouldn't be surprised if I remember when I I used to have a really shitty opinion when I was a kid. I used to have really silly childish opinions as a kid, as you might do growing up. And I always used to thought as a kid charity shops were for poor people. Really shit fucking take, but I was a fucking kid. I don't know any better. So I never used to shop there for years. Now I grew up and became an adult and actually fucking thought for myself and realised I'm a fucking idiot. And obviously you've seen my videos where I find some insane stuff in charity shops. And also people forget the money you spend in charity shop is going to a cause. It's helping someone or something, a group of people or something. And I think charity shops are great. And I love looking in there because you never know what you find. You never know what stuff people will just give to charity and not know what they have. I got a friend who lives in Scotland. His name's Al. You might know him as Big P33 on YouTube in the comments.
I do.
We talk fairly regularly on the Facebook Messenger, and he'll send me pictures of what he finds in fucking charity shops in Scotland. He's finding Arrow limited editions.
Oh, wow.
For like 10 for a quid, you'll get like Candyman 4K. And he finds insane stuff.
Wow. Okay.
And it's always worth looking in them, I think, because you never know what you'll stumble across. Like I came across 2 Pokemon games for 3DS, and they were like £1 each. I sold them. I got about 40 quid back. Do you know what I mean? Right. It's insane.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's fantastic.
So I think when people say like, you're shopping, I think it's more of a status thing. Like people feel like, because you shop in charity shops, you're poor or you're
that's
it's all bollocks.
That's just fucking ludicrous.
Yeah. So I've said that some people look down their nose at you because you shop at a charity shop.
There we go.
It's like I remember one time I found this T-shirt of this band that I love, and it was in mint condition. It was a great T-shirt. It was £1, and someone goes to me, "What if someone died in it?" I was like, "Fuck off! I washed it, you twat!" Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand these people. It's so fucking stupid.
I know. It's
like it was £1. It was in really good condition. The print wasn't cracked or anything. It was a band that I love. I'm going to buy it. It was my size as well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Like, I don't know about you, but even when I get brand new T-shirts, I wash them before I wear them.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. No, I get that.
You know what I mean? People are weird. I don't know. I just feel like people use these comments like, they're wasting your money. I just feel they use it to feel like they're above you, and no one's above anybody. I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
We got name the stars in the comment here. I'm not above them. They're not above me. Like we're all even. And I hate these people. I fucking hate these people that feel like what's in your bank account determines where you are. Fuck off. I don't.
Yeah. No.
Like just because Brad Pitt has got multi-millions in the bank doesn't mean he's a better person than me. It just means he's gotten a bit further. He's grinded hard to get where he is. And I haven't got any select thing that I'm passionate about where I could grind to become a millionaire. I don't care about that. I'm quite happy. My day job, coming home, spending time with Soph, collecting movies, chatting to you on the stream. The little things matter to me.
Absolutely. I agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. People just, I just think people use it as a way to validate their self because they've got nothing else to validate themselves with. So they go online and they feel like they can just belittle somebody else. It's humans are weird. We're a weird species, man. Clown world, guys. Clown world. In the comments of this video, of the actual like replay video, in the comments, hashtag clown world, guys. Let's get it trending. I'm sorry, I'm just skipping through these comments because I do want to go to bed soon and I don't want to.
I'd like to watch a film.
Soph wants to watch a film, so now I can hear the clock going. And she's going to be saying to you, Keith, give my boyfriend back. That's what she'd be saying. Right? Can you hear her from here?
I can hear her sometimes. I can hear her.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I need to walk about. My back hurts. Oh.
Nice, I heard that.
Keith heard you moaning about your back hurting.
Yeah.
Still shoved up my spine.
Yeah, she was in hospital with bad COVID a few weeks ago.
Yes.
How long ago?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, it was suspected meningitis, and she had to have a thing. She had to have a thing called a lumbar puncture, which is a needle in the spine to get fluid from her spine. That's how they test for meningitis. So you should go to the doctors to get that checked because you shouldn't be in pain this long after the fact.
Absolutely.
Kicked me in the back. Oh.
But yeah, it sounds horrific. But that's the only procedure they have to check for meningitis, which is weird. You thought they'd have something a bit less intrusive.
I know.
Crazy. You wouldn't see me. You wouldn't see me having that done. You're a braver person than me, Soph. Like I hate needles the best time.
They're like,
Absolutely.
we'll numb it. They're fucking liars.
if they came to me with that needle, I'd be like, I'm fucking getting out of here.
My love, it's not just
No
a needle.
way.
Look. It's like a thin
Right,
thing
stop.
like this, and it goes up your spine.
Please stop. See, I can watch like the most violent, brutal, goriest thing for movies in the world, but medical stuff, I fucking just can't.
I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same.
My mum used to watch this show. It was all about like bursting pimples. I'm like, that's just no. Fucking no, thank you. I think it was like something called like Dr. Pimple Popper or something like that. The program was called.
Wow. Okay.
It's about these people with these massive cysts on their back and shit. And it's fucking like I'm like, Mum, how can you watch this shit? It's disgusting. And she thinks it's satisfying.
It's really not.
It really isn't. My mum's weird. Shout out to my mum. Love you.
Love you, Bill.
but not your viewing habits. Oh dear. Standing in silence. I don't think I noticed that you joined the stream, Peter, but welcome to the stream.
We're chatting at the moment on Facebook.
He says, why would it bother people that you pick up stuff from charity shops? I do it all the time, and I've made lots of great finds. There's only a few good ones here worth going to every week. Like I said,
that's what I thought about charity shops. I thought that there's always that chance of finding that little hidden gem in it, and I don't think people should look down on anyone.
And let's face it, if everyone thought it was, if no one shopped there, there wouldn't be charity shops. So clearly, they make enough business for these charity causes that to justify their existence. Like,
absolutely.
My local ones are always busy with people going in there and buying stuff.
Right. That's amazing.
And some of them, they've gotten to know me quite well, where I'll buy a few things like Blu-rays or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, we've got a bunch more stuff out the back if you want to have a look."
Wow, that's right.
Please.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or there'll be something that they might have for a price that I don't really feel like paying, like a bit more than I want to pay. And I'll be like, "Oh, would you take a few quid off this?" And because they know I'm a regular, they'll do that for me. They're
Oh,
really
nice.
good.
That's good.
So,
That's very good.
like, it's always good to get to know people in the charity shops because
Absolutely.
they can do you know you're doing them a favor by buying their stuff, but they always can knock a bit off the quid off you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I have nothing but respect for charity shops because they're trying to help people in need, and it's always even if you're spending a quid there, it's something, you know.
Yeah.
Name Star says because they love sticking their noses where it doesn't belong. Even my own family have tried to convince me to sell my collection. That's a hard no. Choose how to spend it. Sodom.
Wow. I never had that. No, my family. They're always very encouraging. They might question some of the things I buy, but 9 out of 10 times they'll be quite supportive. So yeah, that's wow. I'm surprised to actually hear something like that.
Yeah, you know, my mum might say to me like, "Oh, you know, Jason, you need to stop buying stuff. You need to start saving," which I understand her concern, but sometimes something comes out. I've got to get it.
No, when I said 9 out of 10, like they might question one or two of my buys. I think it's more like you bought Halloween again. You know,
I would reply, "Have you not seen Keith's channel?
Yeah.
Have you not seen his channel? Do you know how much he loves that movie?
How many times do you own Halloween?" Not enough.
Oh, Keith, the 8K of Halloween's coming out next week. I better fucking pre-order.
Are you kidding me? I have the fucking 16K pre-order. I can see the future.
Someone's got the Scream Factory box set that's like super limited, but they've covered it in gold diamonds. Oh, I'm fucking buying that.
Fucking diamonds and all.
I'm buying that. No, I can imagine you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy that. Don't want the diamonds though." Just scraping them off in paint scraper. Like, I get off this box set.
That's the only set that's actually kind of eluded me, believe it or not, is that Scream Factory release. Yeah,
it's really expensive. Like
it's not just expensive, but it's I've noticed that when you go onto eBay, not only is it expensive, but it's very hard to get one in good nick. There seems to be a lot of shelfware on them. Yeah, a lot of them I've seen.
It's funny because I've got that Midnight Classics Halloween set that you directed me to, which I love. Some people say it's a good thing that it doesn't include the Rob Zombie films, but I think that Scream Factory set, that Scream Factory set is the only set you can get that has the Rob Zombie films included.
Oh, you know as well. You know how I feel about them movies, but there was a part of me when I bought the Midnight Classics box set that was a little upset that they weren't in there. You know, I just felt that I thought we were getting the same kind of set that Scream Factory done. You know, because you know it does seem like that this is the Italian version of Scream Factory. So I was a little disappointed that they weren't in there, but then you know, I was never going to watch them anyway. So.
Yeah, I've started to sell stuff. Like I spoke to you earlier about Saw, how I watched them, and I was like, you know what, I don't need from 3 onward. I don't really need them.
Yeah,
I used to have all the Chucky films, but I sold a couple of them.
Okay,
I'm never going to watch them. Seed, because I hate that film, but I only had it. I only had it to complete the set.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what do I have on Child's Play. I have the complete collection of and I do have the complete collection. Okay,
is it the yellow box set?
No, I got the one from America. It only goes up to the Cult of Chucky is not in it. It goes up to so that's an American edition I have of it. Child's Play is that's why I didn't rush out to get the 4K releases of the first 3 either. It's just that Child's Play, like I like the movies, but I need to be in the mood to watch them, and I don't be in the mood that often.
Yeah, I think I like. Don't get me wrong. Like Child's Play 2 is one of my favorite horrors ever.
Yeah,
but it can be one of my favorite horror films ever. But it doesn't have to be a film that I have to watch all the time.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, because with the Child's Play franchise, I think it's one of the most consistent horror franchises. Like, there's only two that I don't like. Like, so See the Chucky, I hate. I think awful. I didn't like Cult either. I thought Cult.
No, I hated Cult. I hated it. Yeah,
awful. So I sold them, and now I've got into this mode of like, I don't have to have complete franchises, especially if I don't like those movies. Because why have them if I'm not going to watch them? That's the way I look at it now, though.
I don't necessarily need complete franchises, if I'm being totally honest. But I won't ever sell anything. I won't sell any of my DVDs or Blu-rays. Put it that way. I'd be more willing to give away my 4K releases.
Okay.
I actually explained why when I done that video of my 26-year journey. I feel that with I said it in the video where, particularly with DVDs, VHS DVDs and Blu-rays to an extent with Blu-rays, I see them all as the time capsules. I remember every day that I bought every single one of my movies, and I felt that by selling them, I'm selling my memories of that. So that's why I'm okay with giving away the 4K releases because we can't buy physically anymore. So everything is bought online. So it's a lot easier to give away. It is, but I still don't. I never sell anything. For instance, I'll give them away as gifts. Something if I've double dipped on 4K releases, I'll just happily give them to someone.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that memories thing. I think that's a cool thing to attach to your collection.
Absolutely,
it's really, really cool. The problem I have, because I barely kept anything that I ever bought when I was growing up. Because I got into this thing of like, I didn't get much as a kid. I was brought up really well. My parents are great. I love both of them. But like, I would only ever get things like materialistic things, like for my birthday or Christmas.
Okay.
And I might be lucky and get something. The new Disney film might come out on video, and my mum might get it for us randomly, during the year or whatever. But when it got to the point where I was like, I had a little job as a teenager, I could buy my own stuff, or I found out that I could sell stuff and get new stuff, it became a really crazy obsession when I was a teenager. So like, I used to have a Dreamcast and loads of Dreamcast games. Idiot as I was as a 15-year-old, I sold it all. And
we all done it, Jason. I've done it as well. I've had a Dreamcast. I had every console you could think of, actually.
Yeah.
No, I think of it. The only console I didn't have was I've never had a Wii, a Switch, or the new Xbox. Everything else I've had.
Yeah.
No, it's when I done that video of my 26-year journey collection, because I done it in that video, I took out my first ever VHS purchases because I still have all my VHS. And when I took out the 2 VHS tapes, I swear to God, I don't even know how I done the video. I was just there. I was actually just took back when I was holding the movies in my hand. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm holding these. And I don't even know how I continued talking to the camera because I was just there. All I kept doing was thinking about the day I bought them. It was just it's just such a fucking ride. I miss it so much.
It absolutely kills me. Like when I was a kid, we had this wall. My dad built this. It used to be a doorway, but we filled it when I was a kid. They filled it in, and it became a shelf for all that VHS. We had like all the Disneys, and my dad, obviously, the top of the shelf was all my dad's stuff. I couldn't reach it. I couldn't watch it because I was too young. All my dad's stuff. I'm short. I probably still can reach it now, but I remember we had at the bottom of the shelf. We had all these blank tapes in blank cases. We had numbers. We had a big notebook with all numbers of all what we recorded off the TV.
Right.
And it kills me because when DVD came out and when Sky TV, when we got Sky TV, we had all these channels. My mum and dad got rid of all the videos, like just threw them out. Like, you know, charity shops wouldn't take them when DVD was a big thing. When DVD blew up, no charity shop would take VHS. And I remember I was like, "What did you do with all those videos?" She's like, "We just threw them out." I'm like, just thinking about that, all those memories. Remember, we had this pirate video of Alien 3. I was always looking at it as a kid. Dad wouldn't let me watch it because I'd be too scared. I'd have nightmares. But I always used to remember, like, little things like that, and it kills me. I think all that stuff my parents threw out. I'm like, oh man, all those Disney.
I always had this dream that because this room that I'm in now, this pod, was an absolute dream, and I think the dream is to get another one. Because
where did I put it?
That's what I'm saying. Me and Ellen, we do want to. We are looking to plan. We're planning, hopefully someday, to move out to the country.
Okay,
and
cool.
you know, so it was. We were always going to take this pod with us, of course. Naturally, we weren't going to sell it with this house. And it was always a dream. Now I'm starting to think I would love to get another one of the same size, but only in this one, the other one, I'm not going to put any kind of collectibles or anything into it. Instead, I'm going to take out all my VHS, and I'm going to have it all in that room, as well as the rest of my DVDs and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So that's you know, that's the goal someday. I would love to see it happen.
You don't have to listen to my suggestion, but I've just got an idea. What you should do, what would be cool to do, is the second pod, you should make it as if you walked into a video store, have it set out like a video store. That'd be cool.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Because that pod you're in now, that's your cinema room, isn't it? Right? Yeah.
That's my cinema room. Yeah.
So the other pod doesn't have to have any TVs or anything. But
No.
You could just be in. You could walk around like it's a bloody blockbuster or something.
Yeah. Cool. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to put any collectibles or any. All I wanted was wall to wall shelves. That's it. And them stacked as high as I can get them. And nothing, no collectibles, no TVs, no nothing. All you're going to see is just walls of movies. That's it. And you know, I'm not going to say never because I probably would have said that about this room, and we made that a reality. So,
I remember talking to you last year when you told me you bought the pod, and how excited you were. And I saw the video of you just like lowering it in the crane.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to, because all I kept seeing was these fucking idiots under it pulling this route, and I was like, get out from under it. You know, I was just, I wanted to, you know, I was trying to enjoy the video, but I just kept thinking about if the chain snapped. That because I'm telling you now, because this pod, the weight of it, I'm telling you, there would have been just puddles. that's you know, it was a frightening thing. It was just a horrible thing.
At least you'd have your own horror movie right there. You know?
Yeah, it was. I even when I watched that video now, I actually do look back over it a couple of times. It's a very surreal thing to see that pod coming up from the trees. It's a great thing. It really is. What a day.
I have a question. You said you still got your VHS from back when you were collecting VHS. Mm-hmm. Did you have any pre-cert stuff? They're really difficult to get now.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know. My VHSs have been in the attic now for 25 years.
Oh wow.
So I honestly don't know. I really don't. I need to go through it someday. But I think the reason why I haven't gone through my VHS is because I think I'm actually waiting for the day that when I go up to them, it'll be the day I'm taking them out of the attic and put them into a room again.
That's going to be memory lane, right? You can imagine just going through. Oh my God! It's gonna
absolutely. We're weird like that. We're not weird. It's not a weird thing. It's a great thing. But I'm like that with everything. You know, Jesus Christ, it's. You know, when Halloween comes around and we start decorating the house for Halloween, and the decorations we have are years old. You remember the day you bought them. You remember all the Halloweens you've had with these up, just like Christmas. I have memories for everything that I own. I have memories of, and you just like I said, you just don't want to get rid of them because you're getting rid of the memories of them. So it's yeah, it's a gift. It's a great gift to have. I think to actually be able to remember everything like that.
Yeah, I've been on since my dad passed away. I've been on this crusade, like to own, be it 4K, Blu-ray, even DVD, if that's the only version I can get of. Trying to get every movie that I know were his favorite movies, like the films he loved.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got films like Logan's Run, Amiga Man, Gladiator, Planet of the Apes, all these films that I know he loved. But a lot of the films that I wouldn't be such a big film fan if it wasn't for my dad. So like, it kind of adds his memories for me as well.
Yeah.
I remember watching Die Hard at Christmas when I was like 9 years old.
Right.
Die
Wow.
Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like someone actually asked me. Someone asked me when I done that video of my journey. So someone turned around and said, "So you have no memories then of your 4K collection?" And I said, one memory. And they were like, what memory is it? Welcome to Raccoon City. And they were there and they're like, why that movie? Because it was the last movie that I physically bought.
Yeah.
And out of my 4K collection, I kid you not, out of my entire 4K collection, I've only physically bought 3 movies. Imagine that.
When you say physically, walking into a store and picking them up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not frightening. That's frightening. The last Spider-Man movie, Raccoon City, and Halloween Kills. They are the 3 movies I physically bought. And it's weird. The funny thing about it is, I do remember the day as well. It's weird. So it's where the rest of it is just an absolute blur. Like of course you're just on a phone, fucking. What's to remember?
Yes, yeah. I find myself buying online a lot more now, solely because my closest. I have HMV, but I don't really shop there in the traditional sense of actually spending my real money. I actually like trade stuff in and get vouchers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my local HMV, which is probably the last store to get physical movies in, like that's dedicated to it. It's an hour. Obviously, I don't drive, so it's like public transport is an hour away.
Right.
And my brain is like, do I want to spend an hour getting to one shop to pick up something that I can just order off of Amazon and get it tomorrow? And that's my deciding factor of like, maybe I won't waste 2 hours of my day or 3 hours of my day off work going to one shop, and I can just go click and but tomorrow it'll be here.
Yeah.
The only difference with that is usually if I want the slipcover, I will go to the store because I can see what I'm getting.
Absolutely.
You never.
Well, I was given a bit of good news there the other day. Because I didn't know about this. But every month, myself and Ellen, we go up to the north, so up to Northern Ireland. So it's around a 40-minute drive from us, from where I live here. And we always do. It's just a thing we do. It's a thing that we got into where we go up every month. And I just got a message off someone that said that Belfast does a HMV, apparently. So it's a little bit further than we normally would go. I think it maybe be adding an extra half an hour onto the run. But I think it might be worth doing just so I can finally go into a HMV and buy some movies. I haven't done it in years.
I have a random question. This may sound silly because obviously I'm not from Ireland, so I don't know. So you've got to cross into Northern Ireland to go to HMV. Would you need a passport to do that, or can you just cross over?
No. That's not. No, you don't. That's a fair question, but you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't have to worry about that. So, like we have physical stores down here. Golden Discs is one of them. But the Golden Discs over here in Navan, where I live, they don't do 4K releases at all. And I don't go into them either because, like for instance, that Firestarter movie that I was just talking about, I got it on Amazon for €17, 16, €17. If you go into Golden List over here, you're paying around 28 quid for it.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy. My 4K releases, you'll be paying around €40. You know, it's just
is there a reason why they marked up so much?
Oh yeah, because this country is a bastard. You know, they're just really everything is expensive in this country. No matter what you buy, everything is expensive. Because the rents are so high.
Yeah.
You know, they have to cover the rents and all that. So naturally, everything in the shop is extraordinarily expensive. Like even the vinyls, when you go in and you see some of the vinyls, my God, you couldn't be a vinyl collector in this country.
It's madness because like there's certain countries that seem to get fucked over when it concerns physical releases. Australia, they get fucked.
Yeah.
Price. And it sounds like Ireland is another place that gets fucked with pricing.
Yeah, we are. Jason, here's a great example of a country when it comes to buying physical media. Look at Amazon Italy. You know, I pre-ordered the Poltergeist Deluxe Edition with the Steelbook, and Lost Boys Deluxe Edition with the Steelbook, €35 for each. Their Titans of Cult releases are €32. When I buy them on Amazon UK, they're 45. You know, Amazon Italy are extraordinarily cheap. Yeah, so that's why I buy so much often.
Yeah, even like I was looking at their Midnight Classic stuff, and some of them are so good, like so cheap, that it's like I bought a limited media book of Squirm, that killer worm movie.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that set that you got of Squirm. That's me in my eyes. That's fucking premium.
Yeah,
that's premium, and to get it for like it's not big money.
I think it was like €20, something like that.
€20 or something like that.
€25 something.
Like I'm just sitting here and I'm just looking to the left of me and I'm just looking at my Midnight Classics collection. They just look beautiful when they're stacked together. They look fantastic to do. So I need to buy more of them.
Yeah, I've noticed though, I've made myself be a bit careful with the Midnight Classic stuff because make sure they're English language movies, because films like say Revenge, for example, is a French movie. And it doesn't have English subtitles, so it's just Italian subtitles.
Right.
It's got the Italian dub or it's got Italian subtitles. It doesn't have any English whatsoever. So be careful with what you get. Okay. I'm not saying Revenge is a film you buy, but I've realised I've been lucky and I've got all English language films from Midnight Classics. But
I do find myself kind of buying the more kind of mainstream movies from them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do
you have the Dawn of the Dead remake?
No, because that didn't come in the Midnight Classic editions that I buy are the ones your Squirm release where it's in the hard box.
Yeah.
They're the only ones I buy.
Oh, see, I get the other ones. So I just like
you get the other ones. Yeah. No, I only get the.
Because for a standard Blu-ray, I still think they're really well presented. So I quite like it.
Absolutely. No, yeah. I just prefer the harder edition. So that's all I want for.
That's fair. Right. I haven't got into any more comments because I'm kind of call it a night, I think.
Okay.
Sorry to everyone that who I've missed out their comments, but it just got to the point where it got ridiculous. It's our fault, but we're here to have a conversation about movies, and that's what we did. And it's been a great conversation, Keith. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
We always have awesome banter, always.
Absolutely.
It's all about the banter. Yes, mate. So obviously I'm being really odd today, but I'm odd every day apparently. But I'm not odd at work because at work you've got to be robotic, unfortunately. Anyway, for people still watching, 12 people still watching. Holy shit! Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry if I've missed out your comment and didn't get to your comment, but it is what it is with these kind of things. Keith, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Awesome. Thanks for having me, Jason. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been good. I hope everyone has a good weekend, and we'll probably see. Hopefully, I'll speak to you guys next week with another stream. I'm trying to maybe start my streams up a bit more regular. So that's that's why this video is called "The Streams Are Back, Baby," because I'm trying to bring myself into doing these more because these are quite fun. I'm enjoying the two that I've done this one and one last week have been fun. So thank you everyone for all the support as always. Now we'll speak to you guys probably next week. So yeah, take care everybody. Keith, it's been good.
Take it easy. Thank you. Bye bye.
See you later.